kind of want to see how long.
It could be a false report, but I follow that insider for college basketball stuff pretty closely, and he's normally right.
1995?
You know
Fuck.
what, bro? It makes sense. It makes sense to cap it off at 30 years. It just
You've been
makes
coaching for 30. Yeah, it makes sense. Just like, damn, bro.
just like fa. Gotta get the DK shirt in the pit.
Oh, and I forgot Jonathan Smith got fired for Michigan State.
Yep.
Or I guess that just happened today.
Yeah. It happened today. They're gonna sign Northwestern's coach.
Oh, Jim Braun.
Yep. Well, no,
That's
wait,
crazy.
no,
Or
not Jim Braun, the former Northwestern head coach.
who was that again?
I forget dude's name. Let's
Pat Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Okay. 5-year dang.
Yeah.
Hmm. Interesting.
All right.
That's
I'm live
certainly
just
a
by the way.
okay.
I'm just
Got
posting all
it.
my links.
It is certainly an option to hire Pat Fitzgerald, but hey, whatever.
I, who knows, man?
Okay.
Bobby might get a thing.
Yeah, shit, I don't know. All right. Anyways, I am in that bitch, so we are good.
Okay.
That bitch. Um, let's see. Gotta pull up the Thursday games. Well, of course we have to pull up the Thursday games.
We're gonna run this motherfucking table, dude. I don't give a shit. But I still
Might
have
be,
words. I still have words.
well, of course. Oh, Duke, Florida at 7:30 tonight is gonna be so good.
Duke University.
Duke Universe. Oh, god damn it! I forgot the Wolverines are top 3 now in basketball.
Yeah, they're
That's
really.
kind of dis.
Yeah, they're really good.
Oh, wait, they laid a shellacking on Zaga. Damn.
And Auburn. They got both. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway, we're here. We're talking about football.
close.
Everything is set up on my end, so it's just getting shit ready.
I'm
Um,
good. Well, good. You know me.
yes, sir. I'm
I
gonna.
don't have to set things up anymore. Although
Yeah. No, you don't. Even though you should.
coming coming out of retirement soon. Wink, wink.
Love wins. All that nonsense.
Might come out of retirement and just become a Kirby Air Rider streamer.
Cringe.
Fuck off. That shit's goaded. I don't know what
Hey,
you're talking about.
true. All right. Anyway, week 14. We're back.
We're back on a amazing, glorious
Victory
Victory
Monday.
Monday, I guess. Victory
Victory
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah.
Well, it's a
It's gonna
Victory
be
Monday. Cause who they think gonna beat them Bengals? Nobody.
nobody since Joe Burrow has come back.
Anyway.
Had to add the little asterisk, but hey,
Anyway, let's start with some Thursday football.
Thanksgiving
To
footballs.
start, we might as well go in chronological order to go ahead and start with the Packers and Lions.
I don't know. Two good teams ran up against each other. One was just better.
Once again, Jordan Love proves that he is Thanksgiving Jesus. Every time he happens to play on Thanksgiving, he just shows up and shows out. And
Yeah.
one thing I will say is I am happy for the return of Christian Watson because man oh man, did I forget how
He
much I
looked
liked watching him
great.
play football.
He's really good. They have been sorely missing him the past couple of years that he's been on and off the field with injuries.
I
But they spread the love a lot.
yeah.
Yes, on Thursday for sure. I mean, it's the guys you would expect,
Yeah.
but like compared to how they've been playing these guys like in recent weeks and months, it's a welcome departure, I'd say.
Breaking news: BYU, Kalani Sitake is the focus of Penn State's head coaching search, and both sides have recently met.
Is that their head coach?
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway,
Poaching a top that depends on if they then they might get all the transfers to come with. Who knows?
we'll get to the coaching carousel. I just got the notification, so I had to say something. Anyway,
I trust him.
while the Lions did put up 352 yards of offense. Amon-Ra going down on like the first or second offensive series for the Lions, like you're just not gonna win. You're not gonna win, and that's okay. You know, like that's your guy. JMO did pop off though, 144
Mm-hmm.
yards, but man, it just kind of sucked. You know, it just kind of sucked to
Yeah.
see the
Because then
running
you have to
game.
rely on Isaiah Tesla, or however you pronounce his name.
Uh, I think it's I don't know if it's Tesla or because it's the double A.
Tesla.
Tesla. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. I mean, honestly, this was just a really good game to kick off Thanksgiving. Josh Jacobs was kind of like on and off the field, nursing that injury again. On the 1 yard line, I'm like, come on, Josh Jacobs, get in. I need the fantasy points. And then they threw a 1 yard fucking pass to Wicks, and I got really mad. And I was like, God fucking damn it.
Yep.
But no, the Lions offense is still doing the Lions and Packers offenses are really starting to find their groove. It just sucks that for the Lions, JMO did have to go out. And man, this Packers run defense is a lot better than I expected.
Yeah, only holding Gibbs to 3.4 yards a carry. That's fantastic.
Well, I think when Micah Parsons goes ahead for 2.5 sacks, it kind of shows the trend of, hey, I'm going to be in the backfield on every defensive snap.
Yeah, that does help.
He's a way better run blocker than people give him credit for. So I think it was just McDuffie and Micah Parsons and obviously Xavier McKinney in the secondary, who has only had 2 sacks. But man, oh man, when you're leading tacklers in the fourth one is your safety with 3 tackles, I honestly think you're having a decent day. You know, it's this was just a good game. This was just a good game by both teams. I really like the Wicks stepping up, getting his only 2 touchdowns of the year in this game. So someone's gonna pick him up in fantasy, and then he won't do shit for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But I think it's gonna be great to have Watson. Watson's finally coming into his own. It just sucks that him and Kraft aren't playing at the same time. Romeo Doubs still a reliable end zone threat. And then I kind of wanted to see more out of Elijah Wilson. I think his name is Emmanuel Wilson. My bad.
Or Emmanuel.
Yeah, Emmanuel Wilson. I would have liked to see more out of him. He was really productive against the Giants without Josh Jacobs, and really productive last week as well.
And he was great in Minnesota as well.
Oh yeah, no, he's been fantastic. So that kind of really shocked me. But you know, can't get him
after
all.
last week, I'm surprised they didn't get him started and just kind of nurse Jacobs' injury a little more. But I mean, it's the Lions. You still have to kind of pull out all the stops for them. So
I think Jacobs just wanted to play. He doesn't like to sit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was just a really good game by both these offenses. What I will say is I would like to we've this Lions defensive 7 got no sacks. There was 1 fumble recovery by Reed, but outside of that, Hutchinson was held sackless. Campbell held sackless. Brian Branch wasn't able to get a turnover. Honestly, man, it just kind of like it's a little head scratcher because we knew the Lions needed a pass rusher to pair with Aiden Hutchinson, and they just didn't get one. It makes you think of this team is starting to kind of crumble in on itself because the Lions offense is scoring. Jameer Gibbs is having a historic season. Amon-Ra St. Brown is top 5 in receiving yards. J-Mo has been one of the best wide receiver 2s, especially on the deep ball. So it's really interesting. Why didn't you just go get a pass rusher? And we saw it today. If they had someone opposite Aiden Hutchinson, this game probably flips on its head. But I guess we'll never know.
Put in Tyleik Williams. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, true.
That's all I'm saying.
True, and he was in. He had.
Yeah, true. He did get 1 hit.
He had 1 assisted tackle. But
I mean, he played like 30. He played 33 defensive snaps, 2 QB pressures, and 1 assist tackle, 1 QB hit.
Well, that's the thing. It's like the defensive tackle room is deep, but the defensive the edge room, not that great.
Yeah, that's definitely one of their draft boards. I
mean, if I'm the Lions, I would have given the Bengals the money for Trey Hendrickson. I would have gave up the draft comp for Trey Hendrickson. Obviously, that's hindsight 2020 because now Trey Hendrickson is hurt. But at the time, it's like that's someone who you really would have want to pair on opposite Aiden Hutchinson, someone who's got a really high motor. And it seems like the Lions just kind of I mean, the Dolphins were selling. The Dolphins were selling. They let the Eagles pick up Jalen Phillips. Bradley Chubb was available. So I don't know. Feels kind of like a whiff, and the Packers are now reaping the benefits, as well as the Bears, the first seed, Chicago Bears in the NFC.
Yeah, it's weird.
Hell has frozen over. A monkey typed Hamlet. All the things.
And yet they're 1-2 in division, by the way.
Anyway, but that was within like the first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's when the Bears were still like trying to transition into Ben.
I wanted to give them any amount of shit possible, because there's nothing else you can really say at this point.
I don't know, man. Like, Chicago's got a squad. Anyway, all right.
We can talk about
that. Chiefs Cowboys was the second game, and
Kansas City Queefs, how far you have fallen. Get fucked.
You know what's crazy? I predicted the Cowboys were gonna win. After I saw that game against Dallas, against Philly in Dallas, dude, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, when they're both healthy, this offense is disgusting. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter.
Dak looks so good.
Dude, he has now finally settled. George Pickens is now settled into the offense. CeeDee Lamb is finally back from injury. And everyone else is just feasting, man. Like,
yeah, Javonte Williams is having a pretty damn good season, all things considered.
Yeah, no, he's 45 shy of 1K. He's still got 8 tuds on the year. And then just kind of rotating the room, Kevontae Turpin has been a really, really great backup. And
he's been a nice, like, Swiss Army knife, like, dual threat guy.
And honestly, like, it's just genuinely a decent season. I mean the Cowboys are on
even like the Jake Fergusons,
they still try to get Schoonmaker involved, like,
even though he only had 1 reception, 1 target. So he's like a
5th round tight end, bro. I'm not tripping.
Yeah,
but like, if I'm gonna be completely honest, like, this Cowboys team has most definitely been a great like turnaround because you look at the Cowboys schedule, and before this Chiefs game, like at the deadline, you are 27, you're 3-5, or 3-5-1. You just lost to the Cardinals, and all hope seems lost.
Like, it's looking like a lost season real fast.
So what do? You go get Logan Wilson from the Bengals to bolster your injured linebacker core because the Bengals are selling. And then you go and you trade for Quinnen Williams. You give up 2 draft picks. And the Jets finally move off of Quinnen Williams after they wanted Micah Parsons, but they didn't want just Micah Parsons and a first. They wanted more. Or I'm sorry, the Cowboys wanted more than Quinnen in a first. I'm sorry. So, but the Cowboys get Quinnen Williams on his contract. They don't have to worry about extending him. And what happens? You go to Vegas, whoop them. You host Philly, you get the revenge. You host Kansas City, and you beat them
on Thanksgiving.
And you beat Patrick Mahomes on a holiday where he notoriously does not lose holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And you are staring at a division at a rest of the schedule where you go to Ford Field, but after that you host a crumbling Vikings, you host a Chargers team that is so up and down, plus Justin Herbert has an injury to his non-throwing hand, and then you go to your bottom 2 division rivals. Dude, this Cowboys team could win out.
And also you then face the absolutely atrocious Giants.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. The bottom 2, you have Washington and Giants.
Oh, the bottom 2.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like bottom 2.
No,
specifically, but yes,
you're good. So we could be looking at a Cowboys team that goes 11-5-1.
Even 10-6-1 still gets you possible playoffs.
The NFC is tight this year, man. But the Cowboys are looking to do it. The Cowboys
they might need a little bit of help. I forget where they're sitting in the playoff standings right now. I have to look real fast. I forget. Forget if they're in or like just. I think they're barely out if I remember correctly. They're in the 9 seed.
Yeah,
at 6-5-1.
And when we think about that for the Cowboys, I mean, the Lions, that's a game you might win, so you would jump them. And then you have you still have to play all your division games, so that will boost you up. And then it honestly depends on like these NFC West and NFC North teams kind of cannibalizing each other, but the Cowboys are definitely not far from it.
Like the Seahawks and the Niners, I'm looking at these wild card teams where like the Rams, the Hawks, and the Niners could absolutely end up cannibalizing each other.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially with how the Hawks have been playing the last couple of weeks. They've kind of not been playing their best football.
We'll talk about the Seahawks.
Yeah. And we saw with the Niners yesterday, I'm on them, but you know.
Yeah.
We can get to it. We can get to that one. But no, I thought this was I watched like a good most of us watched a good portion of this game. What the fuck else were we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Socializing? Lame.
Exactly.
No. It's just, this was an all-around great. Well, I mean, honestly, the entire Thanksgiving slate was really good.
Yeah.
2 really good close games, and then, you know, Hootie Nation.
Yeah, it's but you know, I'm looking at the Kansas City offense, man, and I gotta tell you, Kareem Hunt and Checo, man, like they both have to be out the door by this time next year.
Well, Kareem Hunt is he's old now. He's 30, man.
He's just old. And
Pacheco is just so unbelievably inefficient.
In the passing game, I mean, Rice is such a good player, but like we have not seen utilization out of Hollywood, and I don't get it. Hollywood gets 2, 4, 5 targets a game, but then Xavier Worthy gets more and is less efficient in yardage because look, he had 4 completions on 6 targets. 42 yards came from 1 pass. So you're telling me in 3 other passes this man he got 19 yards?
And also it was 8 receptions on 12 targets, so it's like it's kind of...
That was Rashee Rice.
Oh, Rashee Rice, excuse me.
Yes. Rashee Rice got 8 of 12 on 92 and 2 touchdowns. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like but they're not utilizing Hollywood, and he at this point is wide receiver 3, so if you can't make that matchup win, then what are you doing? And then Kelsey, man, like he's getting his touchdown still, but that's because he's getting more target shares than Hollywood, than these running backs. Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. It just feels like they're trying to salvage more of Kelsey than is there.
It just feels like this like offense is very dysfunctional.
It doesn't even feel like it's dysfunctional. It just feels like it's pridefully inefficient. They're doing it because we want to do something else, not because we need to win. And that's just weird to me.
Also this year, Chris Jones has been fucking terrible considering the expectations and how much they're paying him. He has been fucking terrible.
Yeah. His production on defense has not been great because, he is a D tackle. Normally we don't see D tackles get too many sacks, but Chris Jones does, and that's the thing.
Yeah. Only having 3 on the year is when you've had like when you've had double-digit sack years.
Yeah.
Like in the past, or I mean 5 sacks last year, 10.5 sacks in 2023. Like you can play at this level, and you're just not.
Yeah, and you have Jadeveon Clowney, who is ancient, getting 2 sacks on this Kansas City offensive line, which yes has its struggles. We all know KC's offensive line recently hasn't been the best, but if we're gonna have this, like Jadeveon Clowney is not a crazy edge rusher. He just isn't.
Yeah. He's not like what he used to be. He's 32, man.
Yeah, I know. Like, trust me, I'm very aware.
You're getting torn. Like your offensive line is getting torn up by a 32-year-old. Like
a 32-year-old mid-season signee.
It's just yeesh.
And that's not doubting Jadeveon Clowney. I've seen him. I wanted him in Cincinnati to begin the season. Trust me. It's just like this is the Cowboys like first edge. Like there's no one else who's like getting the same type of production.
Yeah, like he was a replacement.
Yeah, absolutely. And then obviously you have James Houston, who has 4.5 on the season as well, but he was silent, as well as their other DT next to Quinnen Williams. I'm not gonna pronounce that.
Nope.
So yeah, hey man, this Cowboys team got hot at exactly the right time. They drafted for Quinnen Williams. They're really, really, really confident on defense, and Dak finally feels confidence in both his receivers. They're working really well together. I honestly think that GP is going to stay. They don't have to pay the blank check to Micah Parsons anymore. So I honestly just think that
they have that money now left over.
Oh yeah, no.
And they don't have to pay him. They don't have to pay GP like insane fucking money like they would have had to with Micah.
I do wish they would have extended him over the beginning of the season though, when kind of like highs were kind of low, but I guess you didn't know what you were getting. You did only get him for like a fourth, so which makes sense. It's just like because I like GP in Dallas, man. He fits really well. I've been impressed with him.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Bungles.
It is time.
Except they didn't bungle.
Look, man.
We might be back.
Look, man. This is the best this defense has played all season. 5, count them, 5 takeaways for the Cincinnati Bengals defense. And you have Joseph Osai, who had a 2 Bengals for the chip. Hey, man, we're going to run the fucking table.
Hey, shit.
Joseph Osai, 2 sacks on the day and a forced fumble. Jordan Battle had a forced fumble. Demetrius Knight had the interception, his second of the year. Jalen Davis, practice squad corner, just this morning got signed to the roster.
Yeah, I did
see that. He was elevated for the game because of the injury to because we've had our injury issues on defense, and he got signed to, and I think he's going to be playing nickel for the rest of the season. I think they're going to keep.
Was it CTB that got injured?
CTB is out for the season with a foot surgery. So Dax Hill has been moved to the second outside corner, and I think they're going to play Jalen Davis at nickel, and I really like that. I really like Jalen Davis. He has shown me a lot in practice squad. This guy's crazy. I really like him. And the linebacker core is really starting to shape up. Barrett Carter, 2 games ago, not against the Ravens, but against the Patriots, led the team with double-digit tackles, and he got voted Pepsi Rookie of the Week on defense. So you know what, man? I think everything's starting to gel. Do I honestly think we're going to go to the playoffs? How do we feeling about Bengals versus the Bills? I'm going to be completely honest, man. With how Josh Allen and James Cook have been playing, the run game absolutely terrifies me. But Josh Allen
played against the Steelers. Ooh.
But Josh Allen versus the air has not been as crazy as he has been. If we can shut that down, I'm saying there's a chance. I'm saying there's a chance. And Joe Burrow has never lost to the Bills in his career.
Did T. Higgins play that game, or was he
T. Higgins did not play that game. The Bengals put up 32 points of offense without T. Higgins.
So, assuming he clears concussion protocol for this week, you're at full power on offense. Like, full power.
I think the Ravens missed the playoffs. Dude, their offense looks like
shit.
Their offense
looks like shit. They're staring at it. They are staring at it. They're staring at... Because, mind you, they've... Minus a win against the Bears... The last 4 wins that they've gotten in a row have been against some of the worst teams in the entire league. The Dolphins, the Vikings, the Browns, and the Jets.
And these are and Lamar hasn't thrown a touchdown since he's come back from injury 3 weeks ago. He has not thrown for 1 touchdown in those 3 weeks. Chase Brown has another 100-yard day. Jamar Chase, 50% completion percentage, 110 yards. He fucking owns the Ravens. Yoshi Vosh, that touchdown, man, that 29-yard strike was beautiful.
Yep, playing Mitch Tinsley a little bit here too.
Yeah. I would like to see him get out of these super contested situations, but that's why we play him. Tanner Hudson, the one-handed touchdown was really cool. I don't like the use of Drew Sample. I don't know why he's still on the team. We have Noah Fant. We have Tanner Hudson. We have Mike Gesicki. Get him the fuck out.
I don't know why Noah Fant is just not seeing play at all when you signed him in the offseason, basically.
Talk about the Ravens a little bit. Lamar Jackson, was responsible for 4 of those 5 turnovers, I believe.
3.
3 of them. Okay.
1 pick, 2 lost fumbles.
Okay. And then one of the
Isaiah
fumbles.
Likely was another.
Oh, yeah, because he fumbled in the end zone and then Zay Flowers.
And Zay Flowers,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah, so once again, the Bengals cannot tackle tight ends. Likely and Andrews combined for about 140 yards. Go figure. That's another reason why the Bills are scary, because they have Dawson Knox and Dalton Kincaid. Derrick Henry had the 144-yard reception where he could just kind of broke free. What happened to MVP Lamar? Dude, he got hurt, and since coming back from injury, he's been shit.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, only 10 carries, which made me kind of question what the Ravens were going for here, because Derrick Henry only got 10 carries, and then Mitchell only got 2, but Mitchell has been a great running back for the Ravens in rotation. I don't know how you only get 2 carries.
And Lamar only ran it 6 times as well.
Exactly.
So,
and the Bengals' offensive line recently, man, holy shit. They have been gelling, the rotating.
They locked in.
With having both Jalen Rivers and Dylan Fairchild, both rookie guards, rotating out with Dylan Fairchild. It has been, or not Dylan Fairchild, I'm so sorry, Dalton Risner. It has been great.
They've definitely locked in.
Marlon Humphrey was the only one who got a sack on Joe Burrow because he was a free man on a blitz that didn't get picked up. Ever since then, even against the Patriots, they looked really good protecting Joe Flacco, and that's a very scary Patriots front 7. Mm-hmm. Only the one forced fumble by one of the Ravens corners, or I'm sorry, the defensive tackle Jones. And I think it was Samaje Perine that lost that. Oh yeah, Samaje Perine lost the fumble.
It was Perine. Yep. Which, I mean, he also had a pretty kind of mediocre day as well.
He's in there for pass pro, man. He's in there for pass pro. That's why we.
Yeah.
That's why we re-signed
14
him.
carries. I mean, 14 carries. It was a 50%
split,
or almost 50% split.
But that's because he's also our short yardage guy, and because we were in the red zone so much because of the turnovers, Samaje just got more opportunity. I think in any normal game, this split ends up being 22-8 in a normal game situation.
Yeah. If I was the coach, I'd say that's even less.
No, I disagree. Samaje Perine still has it, bro. He still has it in the tank. This was just a bad day for him. We've seen him break off a couple of good plays this season. I mean, he's got 238 yards on the field, or on the carry for only 46 attempts. That's not terrible.
Yeah.
Ja'Marr Chase is 30 yards shy of 1,000 on the season. He only has 5 touchdowns, but obviously the offense has been a lot different with Flacco to Burrow. And Evan McPherson setting a record, 6 made field goals on the day.
Shooter
that's
McPherson,
a Cincinnati
baby.
record. And I get so impressed with Ryan Rico every single time. Every single time he kicks, bro, it's always 50 plus. His averages are so good.
Yeah, 52. Dang.
Yeah. And I want to see more Mitch Tinsley on the punt returns, man. I like Charlie Jones. I like Chuck Sizzle. I think Chuck Sizzle should be doing kickoffs. I would like Mitch Tinsley to do punts. But yeah, this has honestly been a really, really. This was a great game for Cincinnati. They just wanted to go in and win. And dude, Cincinnati's looking to run the fucking table.
With the Steelers starting to fumble down the stretch, and same with the Ravens. It's.
Look, man.
This is their opportunity.
Look, and if this defense that played the Ravens last night or a couple nights ago,
shows up.
If that defense was playing the Jets, if that defense was playing Chicago, we win those games.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're not looking at 4-8; you're looking at 6-6, which
it's like, okay, you're really sniffing a playoff spot,
which hurts. Which hurts. But you look at the back half of the schedule. If you can beat Buffalo,
your outcomes, your outlook looks a lot better.
And so there's 3 things that need to happen. The Bengals have to win out. The Ravens have to win 1 extra game, assuming the Bengals win out. They lose at Paycor in 2 weeks. So the Ravens have to lose 1 more game, and how this offense is playing and their schedule, the Ravens absolutely can lose 1 more game.
Yeah, they can with their hosting the Pats and visiting Lambeau. That already should scare Baltimore fans really bad.
The one thing also is the Steelers have to lose 2 more games. They lost to Buffalo, which is a great start. But in the rest of their schedule, they have to lose 2 more games.
And the issue is they play the Ravens twice.
But that's the thing. If they split the series and the Steelers lose in Detroit and the Bengals win out, that's all it takes.
So then the scenario here is that they split the series, aka home team wins, home team wins.
Yep.
We'll make it simple for simplicity's sake.
Yeah.
Steelers lose out, Ravens lose out the rest of that.
Look, if
Bengals are in.
And it's not even they have to lose out. The Ravens, unfortunately, you got to cheer for the Steelers. Wait, explain this to me. Why you? Okay. Because the Steelers would still be ahead of Cincinnati because they have 2 games on us already. In that they are already 6-6, we're 4-8, but we didn't beat them 2-0 in head-to-head. So we need the Steelers to still lose 2 games, and then we need the Ravens to lose 2 games because they are also 6-6. So if both teams go 3-2, and they beat each other, and assuming that Baltimore also loses to Cincinnati because we went out, then
the Bengals have the head-to-head on Baltimore.
Then we will have the head-to-head and divisional record on both those teams. It's the divisional record that matters because we would only be 1 loss in the division, and that would be to the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because we beat
well, that'll guarantee them in. Obviously, you could still go for a wild card spot, but.
So we need the Bengals to top the division. Yeah, because the AFC North is so much weaker than the rest of the AFC.
Yeah, because like the closest AFC North team now at this point is the Steelers at 6-6, and they're at 9th.
Yeah.
When there's only 7 spots.
Because the Chiefs are winning games, the Texans are winning games, the Colts are still 8-4. The
Bills are 8-4.
The Dolphins are winning games. Shockingly, the Dolphins are winning games. So yeah, the Bengals need to win the division. And that's just to win the division. Some of these AFC teams could collapse and we could sneak into a wild card. At the end of the day, the Bengals have to win out. If you drop a game, you're done.
Yeah. Like that basically just mathematically sends you to the rafters.
Which is ridiculous because if you just win your winnable games like the Jets or the Bears at home, you win. You have an easier path.
On a last second play, by the way. Actually, Cincinnati also has the head-to-head on Pittsburgh as well. So I didn't even realize that.
No, we split the series with them.
Oh, it's 1-1. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we have the. So yeah, we need to. It's gonna be the
34-12 game. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So they technically have the head-to-head on us because of points scored.
Yeah.
So that's why we need them to lose 1 more game than we win. So that's how that works. Yeah. So yeah, easiest thing that would happen for us is Ravens Steelers split that series. Steelers drop another game. We win out. Mm-hmm. And that is how that happens.
Yeah.
If the Ravens somehow don't split that series and they keep rolling, then they will be ahead of us by 1 game because of their previous record. Unfortunately.
Right.
But is what it is.
Sorry, I'm holding my mic close today because I feel like it.
Yeah, so you're kind of loud.
I
gotta turn you down just a tad. All right, that's fine.
I can also turn my gain down, dog.
No, dude. No. Oh, My notes popped up. I got scared.
Whoa.
But yeah. All right, so that's no Bengals rant today. Bengals happy. Bengals happy for the first time in forever.
Makes fucking one of us.
So
whoa.
I think the next game we talk about is the Black Friday game.
Which was
Bears Eagles.
Oh yeah, the Bears.
9-3 atop the NFC.
The Bears, they win.
I will say this, man. I will say this right now. AJ Brown was right to be pissy the entire season. Because, dude, he is making it happen. He was the reason Philly was in this game.
Yeah. Because Devonta wasn't getting, like, fucking anything, and Saquon looked poo-poo.
Dude, Saquon has not looked good. Should I become a Bears fan? I mean, talk to Umar about that, I guess. Yeah, Saquon hasn't looked good all season. I think it's just because the Philly offensive line truly isn't what it used to be in terms of
I mean,
chemistry.
740 on the year. I mean,
That's not the Saquon we saw last year.
That is not the Saquon. When you're aligning with the notoriously inefficient Ken Walker III,
yeah,
that's a problem. When you were like looking like the greatest running back of all time last year,
because he was OPOY last year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, like this Bears rush game, they didn't need to draft a running back. They didn't need a Marion Hampton. They didn't need to trade up for Ashton Jeanty. Why? Because they got Kyle Monangai. This dude is crazy.
We knew he was him at Raiders,
oh,
and
yeah.
nobody talked about
we
him.
Knew.
Nobody talked about him because he was stuck on the Rutgers. I don't know why I'm saying Raiders.
The Rutgers.
Rutgers.
He was stuck on the Scarlet Knights.
Yeah.
He was kept in the bottom of the Big Ten, and the Bears saw him, and man, oh man, what?
I just want to bring up a fun fact for OSU people here. Quinshon Judkins has more rushing yards on the year than Saquon Barkley.
What week did he start playing?
You love to see it. He actually started playing. I mean, I guess it was against Baltimore. So that first game, the 14th of September.
Dude, that's like week 3, right? Anyway, that's a multiple week lead. Maybe it's only one. Maybe it's only 1 week. Anyway, doesn't matter.
I just wanted to bring that up because
that's actually crazy.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's actually crazy. Yeah, man, like Caleb Williams didn't do too much through the air, but then again, this Philly secondary is not terrible. Obviously Cooper DeJean is not a safety at cornerback, and what?
It's week 2.
Week 2, yeah. Okay.
So it was only 1 week.
That's fair.
Because week 1 was the Bengals. The Bengals.
Oh yeah, because Dylan Sampson terrorized my team. Anyway. Yeah, like, this is a decent secondary. They have Cooper DeJean, Reed Blankenship, Quinyon Mitchell, shout out Ohio or Toledo. But
is Nakobe Dean on the Nakobe Dean as well?
Yes,
sitting out there.
Yes, rookie, not rookie, but
Jalen Phillips. They just traded for him as well.
Yeah. And only one thing, dude. Only 2 sacks.
Yeah, one of those to Georgia speeding legend Jalen Carter.
Yeah, and the other one to Nolan Smith, other Georgia legend. The fucking Georgia Eagles, man. The Philadelphia Bulldogs. No sacks by this Bears defense, but the Bears defense did what they do best, and that's get interceptions. Nick Wright with another interception on the season. There are 3 Bears players that are top 5 in sacks in the NFL this year. Those being Tremaine Edmonds, Mr. Nick Wright, and I believe at the
Kevin Byard.
Yep, Kevin Byard.
With 6, yeah.
Kevin Byard. Oh, Nick Wright got the forced fumble, not the pick. So anyway.
Well, okay. I mean, it's still Tremaine Edmonds, Nashawn Wright, and Kevin Byard III.
Yeah, Nashawn Wright. I thought his name was Nick Wright. Who the fuck am I thinking of?
Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, the only people up there now at this point are Kalen Bullock, Devin Lloyd, Ernest Jones IV, and J.C. Horn. And the only reason Ernest Jones is up there is because he got 2 picks like a week or 2 ago.
It was at the Minnesota game yesterday, and we'll talk about
Minnesota.
that.
There it is.
Yeah, but, Caleb Williams didn't need to throw, didn't have to throw, because, man, oh, man.
D Swift and Monangai were just absolutely terrorizing.
They're such a good RB duo, man. But the Bears have a chance to go ahead and get revenge against the Packers.
Tie it up.
And I say revenge, they haven't played yet this season. But this Bears strength of schedule has not been good. But they hosted Pittsburgh and won on Mason Rudolph. They went to Philly and won. This would be a huge statement win if they could go into Green Bay and get the W. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't. Hey, hi, Jade. Huh? What? What, Kyler?
No, I'm waving hello to Jade as well.
Oh. Yeah. Do I think they're gonna go into Green Bay and win?
No. Hell no.
No. Do I think they're gonna put up a fight? Yes.
Hell yeah. Philly, it can be.
No, like Philly is a statement game. That's what I'm saying. Like outside of the last 2 wins, these teams are not good. Like Dallas week 3 was not good. Vegas is not good, and they won by 1. Washington has not been good. New Orleans has not been good all season. Cincinnati obviously has had their highs and lows. The Giants are not good, and that was on Jameis Winston.
The Vikings have not been good.
The Vikings have been terrible. That was a bad game all around. Pittsburgh was a statement win at home, even though it was on a backup quarterback. And then Philly is like a true win for this team. But Philly has also not been great because I think they're on a 2-game skid now.
Yes, they are on a 2-gamer.
So it's hard. Obviously, reigning.
They're getting very streaky because they had a 2-game loss because it was Denver, and then they lost to the Giants, and then they got a 4-win streak, and now they're on a 2-loss streak. So they're kind of.
But I think anytime you go ahead and take down the defending Super Bowl champs, it's a statement win. It's a statement win. It's a statement win. It's just obviously it's not one of the like obviously the top teams, and that's what people want. But the Bears, you have to remember, they're a 3rd place team, or were they last place last year in their division? They might have been last.
They were real fucking low. That's all I know.
Yeah, like so honestly. I don't know what people want out of them because you get your fucking.
Oh yeah, they were last place in their division. They were 5-12. Every other team was 11 wins or better.
Yeah. So you can't expect that out of them when they're in a last place.
They were 13th in the NFC.
Yeah. So when you're last place in your division, you're gonna play a last place schedule. So I don't know what people are talking about because it's the same argument with the Patriots right now. Well, the Patriots haven't played anyone. Yeah, no shit. They had the 4th overall pick last year. What do you want?
Yeah.
Anyway, Caleb Williams, I'm still not sold because this is a game where he really could have made statements in the passing game and
he
didn't.
Just kind of did whatever. He kind of just managed the game.
And look, sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
now...
we saw what happened. We saw 9 of Natty, so.
Yeah.
Fucking game manager bum.
Where's my water bottle? I'm so thirsty.
Which I guess since we're talking about 9 and we'll talk about the Vikings. Damn, Max Brosmer fucking shit the bucket so bad.
Dude, you know what I heard about Max Brosmer?
The falling pick, I think, was the stupidest fucking throw I've seen since Will Levis. And we all know what prime Will Levis looked like.
Are the Giants the scariest 2-2? Absolutely. There is not a better, worse team in the NFL than the Giants. The Giants as they currently stand are better than the Browns, are better than the Raiders, are better than the Cardinals.
They're better than the Saints.
Saints suck dick.
Fucking kill me.
It's a toss-up with the Bengals. Because the Bengals could go run the fucking table, but they could also give up 39 points to fucking Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
And after that fucking Detroit game, I knew we should have traded for Jameis, bro. We would be undefeated if Jameis was our fucking quarterback. Anyway. That's a W! That's a W!
That's a W! Where are those?
Anyway.
Seattle's defense had their fucking way with Minnesota yesterday.
What was worse, the Rattler pick Friday. 6 or the Brosmer pick 6? I don't know, bro. You tell me.
Rattler pick 6? I don't even know what he's talking about. Which one?
I'm trying to think of the Rattler picks. Here, let's.
Are we thinking about the Shuck pick 2? Because that was pretty fucking bad.
Rattler pick 6 Saints.
Brosmer pick 6 was real fucking bad because he also did it fucking twice.
Oh, are you talking about the one a month ago where he got stiff armed by the? Were you talking about that one?
Shit.
Rattler threw a pick and that got put on his ass. Yep, that's what it was.
Brosmer was worse.
Oh yeah, the Brosmer pick was fucking terrible.
Brosmer was worse because he was falling down and then he just fucking.
He was falling down and getting stiff armed and threw it, and the thing is, like, Rattler was like on his goal line. Brosmer, they were on the 15. They were on the 15 of Seattle. Brosmer doesn't throw it away. He gets stiff armed, throws it up, and it's an 85-yard pick 6. So Brosmer's by a mile.
I mean, 4 sacks, a pick 6, 4 picks in general, 4 tackles for loss, 6 pass deflections, 2 fumbles, 2 forced fumbles, 7 QB hits. I mean, again, they had their fucking way. In terms of fantasy points, I forget how many points that would be, but it's a metric fuck ton.
They had 32 because one of my friends,
32.
One of my friends, he was like, "Hey Braden, can you manage my sleeper league?" And I'm like, "Okay." And I added Seattle's defense to it because he had the Steelers defense in, and he was like, and we were watching Red Zone, and the Steelers came up with the pick to start the game, and he was like, "Man, I should have went with the Steelers." I'm like, "No, you shouldn't have."
Nope.
And then the pick 6 happened.
Yeah.
And then the other pick happened.
Well, then Kobe Bryant got another pick. Byron Murphy got his pick as well. Dude, he got a sack as well.
Byron Murphy got a pick? You're lying.
I'm not kidding. Byron Murphy, 1 sack, 2 solo tackles.
I don't see a pick here.
Sorry, a sack. I was looking at a sack. They're kind of close together. No, but Kobe Bryant, obviously, Ernest Jones with 2.
Reek
Woolen.
Yeah,
Reek Woolen.
Yeah, Reek got his. And then DeMarcus Lawrence with the forced fumble, bro. Year 12, by the way.
DeMarcus Lawrence, man.
Dude. And Leonard Williams having a 7-sack year. I didn't expect that out of Leonard Williams, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the one part of the Seattle defense that I did not like yesterday, even though Brosmer couldn't do anything through the air, Nick Emmanwori got fucking cooked, man. As a rookie safety, 2nd round, you kind of hate that. You really thought he would be like, not to say he's bad, but against this terrible of a passing offense, I would have liked to see more out of Nick Emmanwori.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta feel bad for Brosmer though. Yeah, I mean it sucks, dude. You're an undrafted free agent. You went to college at Minnesota. You're from Minnesota. You get to play for the Vikings on the road, and you are just hammered. Absolutely,
you had no opportunity whatsoever.
No, man. Like Jetta's 2 catches for 4 yards. Jordan Addison 10 targets and 5 catches for 36. Dude. And then Aaron Jones gets hurt. Jordan Mason lands on his head.
Mm-hmm.
I think Minnesota just has to tank at this point, bro.
Also, mind you, Justin Jefferson had 9 yards after a catch and ended up with 4 total.
Yep.
So -5 yards.
Justin Herbert underwent surgery today in LA to stabilize his fracture in his left hand. Herbert is considered day-to-day in his status for next Monday's game against Philadelphia because it's his non-throwing hand.
Oh, yeah, actually, I guess that
we know you never started the game, but our starter suddenly got put on concussion. Now you have to play against the top defense in your first start away. Dude, Seattle is the 12th man, too. That is the 12th man stadium. That is the loudest stadium in the NFL, I think, next to Arrowhead.
Yeah.
That's not even fair. Like, they should have just put...
It's not.
Do y'all want to know who the emergency QB was? Jetta's. And I think he would have been
Really?
I think he would have done better than Brosmer.
Well, no, they have John Wolford and Desmond Ridder.
No, but for that game, Jay Jettis was the emergency quarterback.
Fuck it. I'm gonna do it myself.
I honestly think that they should
Dude, the fact that Jettis only has 2 touchdowns on this year is a fucking crime. They need to free that man.
Dude, he wants out.
Free that man. Did he request a trade yet?
No, but I feel like in the offseason, if they don't address a quarterback, then he's gonna.
Mm-hmm. And the issue is a lot of people are saying that like the quarterbacks this year are just not it, and it's like that's. It's casuals being casuals and having a lie. I've seen takes where people saying no one deserves the Heisman. Like, shut the fuck up.
First of all, if you think no one deserves the Heisman, A, you're only looking at quarterback stats, and B, you haven't seen college football. Second of all,
and C, fuck you.
True. And that's just inherent. I mean, look, man, look. The Vikings don't need to draft another quarterback. They don't. They need to go out and get a guy. And honestly, who's a guy who's failing right now who you can get for cheap? Daniel Jones.
Jameis fucking Winston.
If the Vikings get Jameis Winston, I'll fucking shit my pants, dude. Like
Jameis Winston, Jay Jettis, 50-50 ball, 20 targets, 15 receptions for 3,000 yards.
That's fucking Joe Flacco, Jamar Chase numbers, bro. Anyway.
Exactly.
Anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
The only real thing I want to say about the Bills, who needs another QB when you can have 9 and 12? So true.
I mean, I feel like those quarterbacks are closer to 9 and 11 than 9 and 12.
The only thing I want to say about the Bills Steelers game is James Cook is one of the best running backs in the league. It is top 3. Might be the best.
I mean, JT is still sitting there.
I mean, Gibbs is still there. Bijan's still there. But, man, James Cook can just put it on his back. It doesn't even matter. Mm-hmm. Sure, there's been a second QB. True. And honestly, man, I think you got to start playing Will Howard if you're the Steelers. That's those are my only things I have to say about these two teams. Mason Rudolph is terrible. Aaron Rodgers keeps getting hurt. You got to play Will Howard.
He looked terrible against the Chargers. He did not look great against Cincy, even though, they got the W, but it doesn't matter.
Joe Flacco had 2 turnovers. The fuck you want?
Yeah. He looked like fucking shit against Buffalo.
Yeah. And this is a Buffalo defense that has been reeling, dude.
I mean, it's just like he's not really putting up like fantastic numbers. Like he has 2,000 yards on the season, yeah, but that's not even top 20. That's not even top 20 in the league. And he's 19-7. Like that's just kind of whatever. It's just kind of meh. Like for all of the buzz that you generated in the offseason over this, it's just. But also, it doesn't help that the Steelers' defense is once again one of the worst in the entire league.
Yep. It's just weird, man. Like it's just weird.
Well, Mike Tomlin's seeing there at 500.
We'll see, man. If he gets fired, I don't know where he would go.
I don't want him. Saints don't want him. We also just hired Kellen Moore, so bye.
Yeah. It's look, man. It's just the Bills are inevitable, and they're going back home after an AFC North win. It's gonna be hard for Cincinnati to go in there and win. The Steelers, man, you're just looking for anything. You're looking for anything. You just lost to the Bears in Chicago. You just blew it to the Bills at home. Josh Allen's your fucking dad. He's 5-1 against you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh Allen. He also
starting
broke.
Will Howard is definitely.
He also broke the rushing record set by quarterback. 76 rushing TDs. The dog was home.
Yeah.
Bro. Quit fucking quoting that. I don't know, some fucking TikTok audio she keeps quoting and mentioning. Josh Allen is now the sole rushing touchdown leader for quarterbacks, breaking Cam Newton's record of 75, now at 76. Yeah, man.
Always got to be the white guy.
That's a crazy statement, I fear.
Always got to be the white guy taking over at top, huh?
Sure, dog. It doesn't help that he's hot. Anyways. So true. Yeah. So.
All I'm saying is Haley Steinfeld scored.
Chargers Raiders happen. Geno Smith sucks dick.
What's new? They are not calling you back, little bro.
Genty is terrible just because of his offensive line, dude. He can't get anything, and I feel really bad for him.
Every play gets fucking blown up. Brock Bowers is the only one doing literally anything.
Mm-hmm.
Free that man immediately.
Yeah,
free Ashton Genty. Free Brock Bowers fucking immediately. Also, Pete Carroll is getting fired after this year. I don't care.
Also, free Young Thug. Anyway. Browns 49ers happened.
Shedeur didn't look terrible. I watched a decent bit of this game. I thought he did all right.
He did okay. His pass accuracy wasn't that great.
Unfortunately, Dylan Gabriel would have done.
No, and I'm not discrediting that. I just think he has some cleanup issues in his mechanics.
Yeah. But also, he was holding the ball for a really long time.
He wasn't used to an actual like pass rush true defense because he had more time to throw it, or he was getting the ball out really quick against Vegas, and I think he kind of saw the tape and was like, "Oh, I can hold on to it for a little longer." No, you cannot.
And then he decided to hold on to it for too long because his average time to throw was 3.4 seconds.
His average time to throw in Las Vegas was 1.8. So that's a crazy jump.
Crazy turnaround, yeah.
Jags happened. They now are the top of the AFC South, given the Colts skid.
Cool. I guess.
CJ Stroud comes out of concussion protocol and does his thing.
Absolutely cooks the Colts.
Yeah.
Kind of cooks the Colts. I'm surprised he didn't pass for more tutties, but hey.
Well, because Nick Chubb got one on the ground and Nico Collins rushed for his first ever touchdown, so that's why.
Yeah. But Nico Collins looked great.
Yeah, Nico Collins looks really good. Jonathan Taylor, shockingly, no touchdown. And the Colts are now 1-5 when Jonathan Taylor does not score a touchdown.
Yeah,
just go throw that.
They're also 1-3 in the last 4 games.
Yeah, it's not been great, man.
After starting, what's that? 7-1.
Yes.
Yeah, 7-1. Dropping down to 8-4 is a little rough.
Buccaneers. I'm just gonna touch on a couple of these games because then the last 3 games or the last 4 games are all close.
Buccaneers. Also, sorry, quick shout out. Back to the Texans Colts. Shout out Jaden Higgins.
True.
He had a pretty decent day. And shout out Alec Pierce. They both had really good days, despite being kind of lower on the depth chart.
These short fucking receivers, man. These short, speedy receivers.
They love them.
Yeah. Bucky Irving's first game back for the Buccaneers after dealing with physical and mental, strain off the field. He gets a touchdown. Good for him. Baker Mayfield's first game back since the Rams injury. Obviously, it was only on Monday. But that's 6 days, and his arm was in a sling. He looked okay. He kind of ran the ball a little bit more than I wanted him to. And downfield accuracy kind of suffered because of it. But then again, Ibuka only had 42 yards. He hasn't been great the second half of the season, man.
Yeah, I mean, with injuries and everything happening at the quarterback position, it's been kind of rough dealing with that scenario as a rookie as well, especially with the return of Chris Godwin. You're not the one guy that's expected to be the workhorse now, because that's why he was getting all that coverage at first, because Chris Godwin was obviously nursing that ACL injury. Mike Evans had just broken his collarbone or whatever it was.
Yeah, it was his collarbone.
Yeah. So, it makes some amount of sense as to why, but it does suck to see, though, considering how amazingly his season started. But it was at least good to see Bucky Irving come back from what he was very open, obviously, about his mental health struggles off the field. So it was kind of nice to see him get back in there and really get back to that RB1 spot a little bit there. Because I mean, obviously he had displaced Rachaad White previously, but with being off the field, it's like that's hard to come back from in any given scenario. And then outside of those main guys, kind of just nobody else did anything. You had Cade Otton, you had Sterling Shepard, you had Theo Johnson or Tez Johnson.
Tez Johnson.
They kind of just all did fuck all.
And then Tristan Wirfs for the touchdown.
Tristan Wirfs, thick man tutty.
God, I love it.
Fuck yeah, that was sick.
Mm-hmm. On the opposite team, Jacoby Brissett, man, like he's not winning games, but man, is he looking good. He is finding ways to get the ball out, and honestly, if this team had Trey Benson, James Conner, Marvin Harrison for some of these earlier games, the Cards might be winning some more games. But unfortunately, they just can't.
Yeah. It doesn't help that their defense is not exactly locking up when they need to.
Yes.
Like, Josh Sweat obviously got his 2 sacks on the day. Great, cool. Yeah. But kind of outside of that, I mean, you had Will Johnson doing his thing, which is good to see. You had Cody Simon doing a little bit, but I mean, Budda Baker obviously is still out there doing his thing as well. But I mean, I don't know. Baron Browning was super silent. Calais Campbell, obviously really fucking old, but he's not really doing much either.
For his age, he's getting production, man.
Yeah, but other than that, I mean, it's kind of just you still need more on defense, man. But the thing is like Gannon is a defensively minded guy, so you have to wonder like where the breaks are falling off here.
I think honestly, what it comes down to is, your only true defensive pressure is Josh Sweat. Brandon Browning isn't super crazy. He's a edge transition to linebacker, and sometimes you have dips. Obviously OSU guy, we love him here.
OSU legend, we do love Baron Browning.
Akeem Davis-Gaither and Cody Simon are some of your, they're the guys who you see the most rotation on linebacker. Neither of them have a sack. And you have, Will Johnson. He is, he doesn't even have a pick on the year. Denzel Burke only has 2 picks on the year.
Wait, I thought he had 1.
No.
I thought I saw he had. Oh, no, Will Johnson does.
Will Johnson does not.
Or, does not. Yeah, that's what I.
And then you have your other defensive tackle in Walter Nolan, and I don't even think he recorded a stat in this game.
I don't see anything.
I don't even know if he fucking played.
No idea.
There's a chance he didn't play.
Let's see. You said Walter Milton, right?
Walter Nolan.
Or Walter Nolan, excuse me. Sorry, I was thinking of Max Melton somehow. Last time he recorded a sack was Jacksonville, and he's questionable right now with a knee injury.
Okay, so he probably didn't play. So you have an injury-prone first-round pick, and then you signed Josh Sweat to the big money. But outside of that, your linebackers are Cody Simon and Akeem Davis-Gaither and Brandon Browning. You have Budda Baker, and then 2 rookies in your secondary at the corner position. Like, this defense is just young. It's a young defense. It's an injured defense. And you look at the offense. Marv was out for what felt like fucking half the season. 2 running backs right now on IR. James Conner suffered the season-ending injury. Trey Benson trying to make a return, but, rookie Bam Knight, he is also hurt. He's also a rookie. So it's hard. Yeah. It's hard for the Cards to really do anything. And I think for Tampa Bay being at home, this is a win they needed, but man, dude, I'm not confident in Tampa Bay. I'm just not.
No, they look very weak. They're kind of just stumbling through the year again.
Yeah.
And just kind of preying on a lowly NFC South.
Yeah.
Carolina, I guess.
Well, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. Tyrod Taylor got the reactivation reanimation jutsu, apparently.
Dude, he had the fucking Infinity Stones in that game. Atlanta could not stop that man.
A.D. Mitchell, 102, 1 tutty on 8 catches.
Good for him, man. Adonai Mitchell has been fucking amazing.
Yeah. It's a good pickup for what they got him for.
I honestly think if the Jets, the Jets are winning games, should Drake London owners be scared? It depends. Like, him being hurt for the 2nd week in a row really fucking sucks, but it is a knee injury. So obviously as a wide receiver, you're going to want to nurse that. I don't know, man. It's hard to say.
But also the QB play right now is not up to par, obviously, because you're starting Perko instead of Michael Penis.
But at the same time, dude, that's still Drake London. That gives you that gives you more option to throw. I think everything will be okay.
Yeah.
But
he's produced with worse.
He has produced with worse.
Let's be clear.
But yeah, man, outside of AD Mitchell, it's really hard to envision this Jets team with anything. But then you remember Garrett Wilson's out. But then you remember Breece Hall isn't really particularly happy with this season and its direction. However, Aaron Glenn has now strung together 3 wins. And you got to think, do the Jets keep Aaron Glenn? Because we were talking about a guy who he's on hot seat contention right now.
He was on the top of the hot seat contention.
And you go into Cincinnati, you win. You host the Browns, you win. After those 2 games,
you were 0-7 at one point. Yeah. Now you're sitting at 3-9.
Yeah, and then you go to New England, you put up 14, only give up 27. That's not terrible to the one team in the AFC. And then you go to Baltimore, you go back down to reality. But then look, man, the rest of your schedule: host Miami, who you played at a one-score game in Miami. You go to Jacksonville. Who knows? Anything can happen.
They're struggling a little bit, and it's Trevor Lawrence, so he's liable to turn the ball over a fuck ton.
You go to the Saints again. Who knows? And you host New England, and you go to Buffalo. You can look at this schedule and you can say, well, maybe we go 3-2, maybe we go 2-3, but or you can go 0-5. It depends on what version of the Jets you're getting.
Yeah.
What I will
depends on if Tyrod Taylor gets the reanimation jutsu or not.
Yeah. What I will say though is I really hope the Falcons figure out the quarterback play, man, because this is Michael Penix's 5th ACL injury, and he's 25 years old. What are we gonna do? You drafted him in the first round knowing he was a risk, while having Kirk Cousins under a big contract while he was actively regressing. You are built to win. You have
also after a surgery for Kirk Cousins as well.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
Because he still had that. I think it was his Achilles or something like that.
I don't remember. But you drafted James Pierce Jr. and you traded back into the first round, and to get Jalen Walker. So you have 2 rookie edges. You have Leonard Floyd. You got Xavier Watson in the second round. You paid Jesse Bates all that money 2 years ago. Dude, this team is built to win now.
Yeah, what is Achilles, by the way?
And what does Atlanta have? They have an old Achilles-riddled quarterback and the starter who has his 5th ACL injury. This team cannot afford to wait for a quarterback. And honestly, I see the Atlanta Falcons reaching on a quarterback again this year in the second round. And, dude, it's probably going to be Lenore Sellers.
Dude, Bijan's not getting any younger. Tyler Algier is also not getting any younger. Kyle Pitts has been wasting away for years on this team. I mean,
all right, well, to be fair, Kyle Pitts has not been great.
Yeah, this is true. But he started to actually see play once there was some amount of confidence.
Yeah, I agree.
Your wide receiver core is kind of just a whole lot of fucking nothing outside of Drake London, obviously. And Darnell Mooney as a 2, but even Darnell Mooney as a 2, I'd honestly, on most other teams, he's a wide receiver 3.
Yeah, so it's once again,
they're in a weird spot.
It's once again the Atlanta Falcons have a defense ready to go, but the offense is just miles behind. And to be honest, all you need is a wide receiver and a quarterback, man. You have the running back duo, you have the wide receiver 1, you have Kyle, you have a tight end. The offensive line play is a little shaky, but then to compensate for that, you have 2 really great rookie edge rushers. You have another really great edge rusher. You have one of the best safety duos in the league. And on top of that, you have AJ Terrell and Brooks, the other corner, and there's one more guy. There's one more corner. I always forget his name. Alford. You have him.
Oh, yeah.
And they have fucking Keon or Keaton Ellis. It's either Keon or Keaton. Caden Ellis, that's what it is. 30-year-old linebacker from Utah, 7th-year man. Dude, this defense is built to win now.
Yeah.
But it's also giving up 27 points to the Jets.
Yeah, it's weird because they have the 3rd most sacks on the year, and they're almost top half in the league in points per game.
Yeah.
They're top 10 in passing yards given up per league, but then you look at the line, the actual front 5 or front 4, and they're giving up so much on the ground.
Yeah, and that's why Tyrod Taylor was able to run, because this is a very pass rush heavy defense. It is not a run stopper defense, and honestly, the Falcons have a little wiggle room to kind of grow, but then you run the risk of Jesse Bates' contract expiring. You run the risk.
And then you have to pay him a shit ton again.
Well, we'll see, man. The Falcons are just in purgatory. They have been ever since Matt Ryan left.
Jackets at 2-2. Yay, they were just down 2-0.
I saw that.
Thank you, Sean Monahan. I love you.
But we'll see, man. Also, Nick Folk, like wine, he gets better with age.
He's that fucking guy.
He's crazy, man.
I wish we had grabbed him when we had the chance, but hey,
All right, moving on. Panthers Rams.
What the hell,
absolute
man? Bryce
cinema.
fucking Young.
Absolute cinema. This game was perfect.
Bryce fucking Young. And Chuba Hubbard is back.
Yeah, Hubbard's back.
You love to see it.
God, I love to see it. You know how much I love Hubbard. You know how much I love Bryce Young. I love both of these guys. Dude.
Ted McMillan, the 43-yard dime.
How about fucking Coker, dude? How about him?
Yeah, Jalen Coker.
Rookie wide receiver from Colorado. Right? No, Holy Cross.
Game.
Holy Cross. He's the one from Holy Cross. Second year man out of Holy Cross. And he just fucking...
I think he had like one really good game last year as well. Yeah, it was that game against Dallas where he had 110 yards and one tutty. So we're seeing the yearly appearance by Jalen Coker.
What a great game this was from the Panthers, man. This was shitty conditions. It was rainy. It was windy.
Force the picks, force the fumble to seal the game on Matt Stafford.
And Matt Stafford
couldn't ask for anything.
Before the picks happened, Matt Stafford had thrown 24 touchdowns without throwing an interception. Nick Scott gets one, and Jackson, the second corner to
he had also only thrown 2 picks on the year.
Yeah.
So he threw more in one game than he did in 11 games. Yeah.
Lathan Ransom gets his first start at safety, and he gets a sack. Shout out OSU boys. I mean, look, man.
Boys up.
And you have the Rams defense who did not go away. You had
they still had the 2 sacks.
Yeah.
Braden Fisk.
Byron Young and Braden Fisk both got a sack. But man, I'm telling you, Bryce Young might have only thrown the ball 20 times. He was surgical. With that ball.
Oh yeah, it looked really good.
I have been insanely impressed.
And even behind, like honestly, even some of the plays behind the line of scrimmage, the blocking was amazing.
Yeah, the Panthers did give up the 2 sacks.
They got some really good lead blocks. Though.
Yeah, but it was good, man. It was good.
Held Jared Verse to a pretty quiet day, all things considered. Kobe Durant as well.
For how dominant he's been, it was shocking. Emmanuel Forbes, by the way, after having a masterclass bounce-back game from going to Washington to LA on Monday against the Buccaneers, like having like an amazing resurgence, dude, he got fucking fried this game. He could not hold anyone.
So, I mean, this puts Carolina, I believe... Yeah, they're 10th place in the NFC. I believe that puts them like what, a game?
A game out? They're a game behind the Buccaneers to take that division.
Yeah, which I mean, with how the Bucs are playing lately,
the Panthers and Bucs go head to head twice in the next 5 weeks. This NFC South is going to be a fucking masterclass again.
Except now it's not the Falcons, it's the Panthers fighting for that spot.
Yep.
Notice how I didn't say my team.
Yep. Look, man, I get it. And then talk about the. Do you want to talk about the Saints real quick before we go on to the Monday night or the Sunday night game?
Well, going back to the Rams though, I don't think they have like a lot to be scared of because
no.
I want to say this was like a oddball sort of day because I mean Hookah Puka still looked great. Vontae still had 2 tutties on the day. Blake Corum actually looked good.
No, he did look good, dude. Kyren Williams' job is in jeopardy. Like actually,
Kyren did all right, all things considered. But yeah, they kind of are getting a 1-2 punch with him, and I hate to say it because I fucking hate Blake Corum because he's a Michigan guy. But go figure.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I was a Rams fan, I wouldn't be super concerned.
Absolutely not.
It was shitty. Like you said, it was shitty conditions too. So
yeah, it's any given Sunday, man.
Carolina just played some lights out fucking football.
I completely agree.
Just to bring up before we go to the Saints, the Broncos are fraudulent as fuck. You almost lost to the Commanders. You were this close, literally this close.
So I've had people talk to me.
The Broncos are getting bounced first round. I don't give a shit.
There have been people that are in my group chats that we've been talking football, and they said every team feels like a fraud this year. I'm like, no, dude, no team is invincible, and I think that's what we're finally seeing in the NFL for like the first time in literal years. Before this season, who did you know was always going to be in the playoffs? The Chiefs. The Eagles, they were always going to be in the playoffs. Those two teams were always going to be inevitable. The Bills were always going to be in the playoffs. Before then, the Patriots, the Steelers, the Ravens over the last 5 years, the Packers. These are teams that we know you cannot take down.
Because they had their legacy guys.
What are we saying? Like, what are we seeing for the first time? We're seeing a league-wide shift in anyone can truly beat anyone to the extent that it is holding teams out of the playoffs. That is why
Any Given Sunday has become so unbelievably true. It hurts in the best way possible.
But that's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous to say, like, well, no team actually, like they're all frauds. I'm like, well, if they're all frauds, then no one's a fraud. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
So
that's literally just the syndrome mindset. Like
it just feels kind of it feels like a shitty cop out answer. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. It just means you can't make up your mind about which team is the best in the league.
Yeah.
Like you can't find the finer intricacies of which team is performing better on a week-to-week basis.
I agree. Regardless,
it screams lacking sports literacy.
Yeah, to an extent, because obviously, to an extent, because this is a weird season. I'll give people that. But what I'm saying is no team is invincible, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. It makes it fun.
Cue the splash screen, by the way.
Yeah. Marcus Mariota still has it in the tank, man. I will say that it's not a lot. It's not a lot, but he's got some left in the tank. I really.
Scary Terry's finally back, man. Yeah. Thank fucking God.
Zach Ertz.
I've been holding on to him for weeks, man.
Zach Ertz still has it in the tank. Crazy. Mm-hmm. Debo does not want to be there. Debo does not want to be in Washington. He is half-assing his entire fucking job.
Treylon Burks.
Oh my God!
Catch that looked so good. The toe tap. And, it was an all-timer. That's a highlight reel. 100%.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Bill Krosky-Merritt continues to kind of just underperform.
Yeah.
Or just not really get much time on the field. But we kind of knew that after a couple weeks after that Chargers game.
Michigan State wide receiver Nick Marsh enters the transfer portal. A Michigan native.
Nick Marsh?
Oh, he's going to go to the fucking Wolverines.
Are you fucking serious?
He's gonna, dude. He's gonna.
I don't give a whatever. You know what? I don't give a shit.
Just for reference, he caught 60 passes this season with the Spartans for 662 yards and 6 touchdowns. He was their number one guy. It's okay, Bryce underthrown.
Boring.
I mean, it's predicted that he's gonna go to the Wolverines, but we'll see.
Don't care. Bryce underthrown sucks, and Michigan wide receiver coaches are fucking terrible.
Yeah, but Bo Nix finds a way to win. The rush game, post J.K. Dobbins just hasn't been great. R.J. Harvey's very, very inefficient as a runner. McLaughlin has not been a great RB2 for them. And honestly, the pass game has been decent. Evan Ingram finally has a decent game as a Bronco.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm with you. Like, I'm not moved by this win for the Broncos. They're 10-2, but they should be like 8-4.
Yeah,
7-5.
They should be in a lot worse. Which, mind you, a couple of these close wins are really, really bad wins. Like,
I agree.
You only win by 2 to the Jets. You only win by 1 to the Giants. You only beat Houston by 3. You only beat Las Vegas by 3. Those are 4 wins that can just as easily just.
I mean, we need to remember. We need to remember.
Mediocrity.
We need to remember. We've seen teams do that where they win a bunch of 1-score games and they make a deep run into the playoffs because they just have momentum. So we never know.
Yeah,
we never know.
Yeah, that was the Chiefs last year. So
exactly.
That was indeed the Kansas City Chiefs, and we saw how that turned out.
Yep. All right. Travion Henderson. Right. Patriots are already in the red zone.
Jesus, that was fucking fast. Yeah, to your catch. Hunter Henry's got some. Ramondre Stevenson has 19 yards on 3 carries. Stephon Diggs got a 13-yard catch. Mac Hollins.
Yeah. They've been trying to get Mac Hollins the ball more.
It's weird seeing Younghoe Koo kick off for the New York Giants.
Dude, I know. It's so weird.
Younghoe Koo. I still think we should have. Saints should have gotten him. Maybe. Right. But then again.
Yeah.
going back to the Saints, Christ, we really don't want to fucking win.
Dude, I watched that game.
We do not want to fucking win, and it is. I don't care if we're tanking this season. That was fucking embarrassing.
I watched that game in its entirety, and first of all, that kicker you guys have, that Irish guy, he is good.
Charlie Sly.
Yeah,
he looks good. Why were we not starting him sooner?
He hit that.
It pisses me off.
He hit that onside kick perfectly onside kick. That 56-yard field goal was beautiful. Devin Neal's first game, or not first game, but like Devin Neal game at RB1 was decent.
Devin Neal game of all time.
Look, man, Shuck looked good. He did. Shuck looked good in
minus
this game.
That pick two. Pick two was fucking garbage.
Yeah, minus the pick two. But look, man,
you can't read a red zone defense to save your goddamn life, and it pisses me the fuck off.
Dude, he went 26 of 38 as a second round rookie thrown into the fucking Wolves.
I get it. It's just sometimes it's like he has these decent moments, and then he just pisses every ounce of credibility he has immediately in like 2 plays.
Yeah, welcome to the NFL, champ. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
I don't know. It's just
Patriots kick a field goal.
This game pissed me off to an unforeseeable degree.
Yeah, Devon Achane is still like that.
Devon Achane is him. Tua turned the ball over. He didn't even look good, and we still got fucking cooked for 321.
Darren Waller stinky.
Darren Waller. I mean, hey, he's coming off an injury, so like.
Oh yeah, you're right. He is.
That's his first game back. So you know what? 2 catches for 47. I'd be happy if I was him. Let's be real. I don't know why our wide receiver one is fucking Devon Vele, but
look,
sure.
man, you gave up a 3rd-round pick for Vele, and now you guys finally decided to fucking use him.
This is true. It's just,
and I really liked Vele. I liked him on the Broncos last year. I thought this was a beautiful acquisition for the Saints, and then they just didn't fucking use him.
Yeah, that was the issue. Was he was literally just non-existent up until today or yesterday, and I don't know.
I fuck with Vele.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We still need a lot of help everywhere, and I still think Brandon Staley is a terrorist.
Fair.
I still think he's a terrorist, and he needs to be gone by the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, Gayle Benson needs to sell this fucking team.
Yep.
The Bensons need to get their hands off both New Orleans teams right now.
Yeah.
Because the Pelicans are stuck in fucking purgatory even after firing Willie Green, which, by the way, we still haven't hired a coach back, even though we fired Willie Green 8 games into the season, basically. The Saints have been stuck in purgatory since Drew Brees retired. And I don't know. Like, I get it. It's Moore's first year. I really do. I'm giving him I'm not calling for his head immediately. I just want Brandon Staley fucking gone immediately. I think Nuss at OC has worked out given the pieces that we have and also the injury bugs that we have been dealing with. But I don't think this team is going to be relevant until the 2030s. And that's also assuming that we fire Mickey Loomis within that time. Or that Mickey Loomis is shot dead in New Orleans, which...
Insane.
Please.
Insane statements going on this.
He needs to just take a little trip to Bourbon Street at night during Mardi Gras.
Jesus fuck, man.
You know, he might lose a kidney or two, but like, he can live. Maybe. But if he doesn't, it's cool.
And anyway, college football time, you fucking weirdo.
I'm sorry, Mickey Loomis has been terrorizing our organization for years.
I'm a Bengals fan. What are you talking about? I understand.
No, I'm saying you understand. You know what it is like to have a shitty GM.
Yeah. Oh my. This has to be fake.
What?
Hold on.
Oh. Huh?
Oh, it's... Hang on, I'm confirming if this is real or not.
Jesus. All right, you're scaring me, bud.
No, it's about the Giants. You're fine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me just go back to Tuesday at the very least. Tuesday. just gonna wait on that before we start. But I guess to cap off the Saints rant of the week, I am glad we lost this game because this does put us in a higher draft position, and I think we need to trade back and get draft capital. We need to use that top pick and get capital. I don't care. There are teams that need just one specific skill position that I think could give up that draft capital and kind of be in like that win now scenario. Versus with the Saints, we're not in a win now scenario. We just need to accrue a lot of rookie talent and let Kellen Moore build his own roster and not deal with the broken, burnt ashes of Dennis Allen's literal terrorism.
Rookie Abdul Carter was benched again this game for at least the first drive because he was late to yet another meeting. So there's a lot of disciplinary things going on in New York, man.
Well, it's probably why they fired Daboll, because he probably couldn't get him in check.
Anyway, yeah, college time. Let's go. We got shit to do.
College time. Western Michigan punching their ticket to the MAC title game, beating Eastern Michigan in rivalry week. They own the MAC at 7 and I believe 7-1 on the year. Yep, they finish a very solid 8-4.
Good for them.
So they go back to rematch Miami. You're going to hear me say rematch a lot with these conference championships.
Yep. There are a lot of ones.
They go back to rematch Miami, Ohio in a neutral site this time because last time they faced Miami, Ohio, they lost by 9, but that was because they were at Miami of Ohio, so it's something to consider. UMass completes probably one of the worst college football seasons of all time.
Yeah.
An atrocious 0-12. They gave up 38 points per game, scored 11 points per game, scored a total of 15 touchdowns on the year. Let's see, 1.3 turnovers per game, I believe. They might have given the ball away more than they scored, like touchdowns wise. They gave up about the most offensive rushing yards per game in the entire league. Literally the only bright spot in their season was they were top 60 defensively in passing yards. That is literally the only good thing they have to say about this year. Every single other metric they have is bottom 120.
Aren't there only like 150 teams?
There are 136. Oh, so you are bottom 20 in every single category.
Oh my gosh.
Offensive and defensive. This might be worse than Kent State 2022-2023.
Yeah, dude,
genuinely.
It was bad. It's bad.
This was a terrible, awful season, and Bowling Green just happened to be less terrible, awful.
True. It's because they got Pudge.
True.
My goat. All right.
That's all I have to say about the Tuesday games because that's just typical.
Yeah.
Action.
I didn't watch them. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did watch part of the Thursday game though.
Navy Memphis. Unfortunately, Navy does not make the American Conference game, so their season...
Unfortunately, dude. The midshipmen look really good this year.
Mm-hmm. This is the best they've looked in a good while.
Honestly, I think Horvath is not a senior, correct? He is a senior. Check. Oh, yeah, because he's from Hilliard. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, he's from Hilliard, Ohio?
He is from Hilliard, Ohio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on.
What?
What did I just see? Oh, 94-yard touchdown punt return by Marcus Jones.
Holy shit!
Put the Patriots up 10-0.
Poor Giants,
Marcus, man. God damn. Ouch.
You know what's crazy? Jackson Dart went 3 of 3 for 19 yards, and they just couldn't get it done.
Shit the bucket. Yeah, Navy's defense has actually been really good this year, all things considered.
Dude, yeah, I'm with it.
But unfortunately, they sit at 3rd in the American Conference simply because I believe Computer Metrics just happened to not go their way.
I think what it ultimately came down to is their 2 losses were to.
Oh, they lost to North Texas.
They lost to North Texas. That was the one, and the other one was the loss to obviously Notre Dame. They didn't play Tulane, so I think what it came down to was Tulane had. Was it because Tulane was 10-2?
It might be. I think what happens is there's like some like computer metrics that I don't think it's super well known.
Here, let's look it up.
Different. Yeah. Why did Navy not
here? I'm looking it up. Tulane made it to the conference championship over Navy in the American because they used the CFP rankings as the primary tiebreaker. Since Tulane was ranked 24th and Navy was not ranked, Tulane secured the tiebreaker.
Ouch. And I believe in this week's, like, I know it's the AP poll, but like,
yeah.
Oh no, Tulane's ranked higher than Navy in this week's AP as well. So
I mean, that was just from the Google AI overview, but like,
yeah, I don't know, but it is very unfortunate that that Navy season has to end like this. It's also very unfortunate that Memphis ends their season like this because they end the season on a 3-game losing skid.
They really were high, and then they ended up losing. And I think what it ultimately came down to is they knew their coach was leaving, and it just kind of crumbled from under them. Because now,
the other issue is the 2 games that they could have won to keep themselves in it. They were both 1-score games.
They were.
Tulane was a 1-score game at home, and East Carolina was a 4-point game away.
Yeah, and we'll talk about the coaching carousel at the end of game.
But I think Memphis should still hold their heads high. It was an 8-4 season.
That's good.
Unfortunately, your coach leaves, but I think with Memphis's reputation in the Group of 5, I think they will be able to replace their coach. Yeah. And I don't think they will be in super dire straits, and I believe they will be competing in the American Conference next year as well. Especially because there's a lot of turnover in that conference. So.
Yeah, especially with this team specifically, or with this with the American specifically, there are 4 teams in the American that are losing their head coach. So
3 of them are going to the SEC, as you mentioned to me previously.
Yep. So we'll talk. But like I said, I have the whole coaching carousel thing in a notes app. Mm-hmm. I will do a segment on that after we do game wrap ups, but before we do bracket predictions. All right. Let's run
Navy
through these pretty fast.
Navy looks to the Army game, I believe, in a couple weeks, and they are hoping
that's going to be
take that over an Army team.
Yep, Saturday the 13th.
Yeah, so they are looking to take on the 6-5 Army Black Knights and hopefully get the second dub in a row. Maybe.
I don't remember what it was last year.
I'll look that up.
What I will say is, just because of personal ties, go Army, beat Navy.
That's fair. I am the opposite, but hey,
I always forget that.
My grandpa was a Navy guy, so.
Well, my college roommate was an Army guy, or is an Army guy.
Yeah. Yes, it will make it Navy's second win in a row after Army won 2 in a row in 2022 and 2023.
Well, it would be fitting if they did. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. So they could cap their season off pretty well, but we shall see. But anyways, Friday slate, because a lot happened.
Oh my God, so much happened. Where are we starting?
I think we just go chronological and just kind of discuss everything either short or long.
Go for it.
Utah survives an early scare.
I told you, man. Kansas. I told you that Kansas team is sneaky. I've been saying it all year.
Yeah.
But they did survive.
They played chippy. Kansas, obviously they outgained them, but also they possessed the ball for a really long time. But also Kansas is a very ground-heavy team. Jaden Daniels did not look good at all through the air. Obviously, you had the 3 picks. So that kind of those picks were towards the end of the game, which kind of helped Utah put this one away. But yeah, I think with this showing, unfortunately, it will most likely keep Utah out of the playoffs just due to how other teams in their adjacent area performed.
We'll have to see.
They can't make the Big 12 title game, so they don't really have anything except for praying that they're in.
They need a little bit of chaos to help them.
They would need the committee to smoke a decent bit of crack, I'll be honest.
We'll see.
Sorry, I'm gonna pull up the chronological order because Real doesn't do it chronologically.
Oh, it doesn't matter, dude. I can tell you right here what's my order. Next game I have is Ohio Buffalo.
Yeah. OU unfortunately,
OU,
they
oh
do
no.
they do go to 6-2, but just due to how the tiebreakers worked and just a lot of different computer metrics.
Well, they lost their game to Western Michigan. That's how it. That didn't help.
Well, the issue. Well, that doesn't help. But also, when you're tied for second, third, and fourth with OU, Toledo, and Miami, Miami gets the nod over both of them.
Yeah. Well, obviously, we're seeing them go.
But also, well, Miami lost to Toledo and OU.
Yeah.
So it's not head to head. So unfortunately, I think OU and Toledo got kind of snubbed here pretty bad. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. It's week 15. Come here. Give me week 15. Nope, week 14. Yeah, hello. Okay. Oh, that's right. Schedule. That's why. There we go.
All right.
And week 14. That's better. But yeah, Miami unfortunately gets, well, I think unfortunately because of their QB situation, it is going to make for a much worse title game personally.
Yeah.
But yeah, Parker Navarro opts for his 7th year in the FBS.
Give it up, bro.
So he will be back again, even though he did not really have that great of a game, all things considered, through the air. Obviously, he had a really good game on the ground, which,
Yep.
Friday was a kind of a shitty day weather-wise, so
yeah.
you kind of have to keep that in consideration. Buffalo falls to 5-7. They miss a bowl game, going on a 3-game losing streak. And they end this year, I believe, 4-4 in MAC conference play. So definitely not what they wanted out of this year, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And OU will get a pretty decent bowl game, but that is where their season ends for right now.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Ole Miss took care of business. Mississippi State, they fought, but unfortunately,
them in Arkansas, man, those offenses have been great.
They end the season 1-7 in conference play, and they miss a bowl game at 5-7, which is a crying shame. Because I think they are a very good 5-7 team. So, obviously, the whole Ole Miss drama with LSU, we will cover that once we get to the coaching carousel.
Yep.
But Ole Miss,
excuse me.
Ole Miss puts it away. They are firmly a lock for the college football
Chambliss,
point,
my boy. I love
Trinidad Chambliss will get to start a game in the college football playoffs.
And Lacey officially eclipses 20 rushing touchdowns.
So, Ole Miss settles in at a very comfortable, technically tie for first at 7-1 in SEC play, but you know how these things work. Ole Miss just needs to get ready for the playoff game at this point.
Yep.
And they got to pray.
Yeah.
Kent State taking down Northern Illinois to go to 500 in conference play on the year.
Oh, just a heads up. So I got this injury notification. It's old, but I just saw it on my phone. Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold to have season-ending shoulder injury. So that Lions defense is now just getting worse.
Yikes.
It's gonna be crazy. Yeah, anyway, continue.
That's rough. The Kent State Golden Flashes finish at 4-4 in MAC play this year, and they win 5 games.
Wow.
Under now current head coach, I forget his name, but I know they promoted him from interim to head coach.
Your son is so fat, dude.
Yeah, I know, bro.
He be yelling.
CJ Hunter. Wait, who the fuck? Mark Carney, right?
Yes.
Mark Carney gets brought up from interim to head coach after obviously delivering the Golden Flash's best season in, I believe, 3 or 4 years.
It definitely was a very good season out of the Flashes from what we've seen.
Compared to the last 2 years of the 0-12 and 1-11, yeah, real bad, much better. So I think Kent State actually has things to look forward to next year.
Insane.
I think Mark Carney will begin to right the ship, and it's great to see for them. Is it 8:30? Oh, fuck, it is 8:45. Okay.
Go feed your son. I'll go get some water.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Right. Yeah,
We're
we'll be right
calling.
back.
We're calling the timeout.
Intermission. All right, we're back. Just going to wait for him to come back.
We here. Okay. Iowa, Nebraska. Matt Rhule ends his third season with the Cornhuskers at 7-5. Unfortunately, they got hit with a really bad injury bug, with Dylan Raiola going out, obviously, and Iowa super took care of business. It is a crying fucking shame that Iowa is at sixth in the Big Ten because they were a good team this year. I thought they looked really really good actually. They obviously Kirk Ferentz, it's his thing to look amazing on defense, and I think the offense looked a lot better than previous years. Um, but ultimately, it's just that's the way the cookie crumbles. They lost the big time games. They couldn't really get things done. But I think Kirk Ferentz has notched another really great season under his belt, all things considered. Um, that's kind of, I think that's kind of it for
Uh,
the
uh,
Hawkeyes. It was just kind of
yeah.
it was just kind of a standard. Oh, except Emmett Johnson
Mm-hmm.
is a fucking beast.
Yeah.
217 on almost 30 carries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. I think the Huskers would have been a lot more in this if Dylan Raiola was around,
Mm-hmm.
but
And
that's just the way shit happens.
and one thing I will say about the Huskers is obviously Matt Rhule is extended till 2032. We know this.
Uh-huh.
The one thing I will say, there is rumors that Dylan Raiola might transfer out. He was not happy with how the season was handled.
Mm-hmm.
It's not looking great for the Huskers. There's a lot of question marks in the air, and after a really strong supposed start to the season, it just fell apart. And
it fell apart really bad.
And you have to think, there's going to be a lot of teams in the offseason who are going to look at Dylan Raiola and think, yeah, we want him. It might be hard for that young man to turn down some money. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I mean that's why he went to Nebraska in the first place, is because they offered him a pretty decent bag.
Yeah.
So, because I think it was those really tough losses, like to Michigan, to Minnesota, to USC, that really just put things over the edge.
Oh, I agree.
Because I mean, you flip those losses, you're looking at 10-2 now. But it is what it is. But I think Matt Rhule is hopefully going to do right by this team and kind of start to right the ship a little bit. But
yeah,
we will see going down the stretch. But for right now, things seem to be a bit in peril right
yeah.
now. Air Force, Colorado State.
Colorado State. It happened. They tried.
The Jim Mora era begins now.
What do you say?
The Jim Mora era begins.
Jim Mora
now.
officially flew in last night to Fort Collins in the snow. It was very fitting. I think that it snowed when he flew in after Fort Collins not having any snow in the month of November.
Christmas miracle.
some would say. But the Mora and a lot of decommits from UConn have already happened. I think 9 confirmed decommits so far, all 3 stars. Planning to follow either Mora or to go elsewhere, and that would be huge because we have Jalen Dupree, who is confirmed for the transfer portal. Braden Fowler Nicolosi, again, confirmed for the transfer portal. this is definitely going to be a harsh rebuild for Mora.
Brousseau is staying though, right?
I think Brousseau might stay, but Curry, the true freshman, will beat him out because Curry is the one who played in the game before this one, or 2 games before this one, and I forget. I have to look. Hold on.
And Rocky Beers in his red shirt. This is his red shirt sophomore year.
Darius Curry is the true freshman from Long Beach, California, and he played. His really good game was against Boise State, and before that, New Mexico. The New Mexico game where he threw 2 touchdowns. He did throw 3 picks in both of those games, but obviously at New Mexico we only lost by 3, and that was Curry's first start. So, there's a lot of hope between Darius Curry and Jackson Barroso, however the fuck you pronounce his name. This is going to be interesting. Obviously, Taj Bullock is a senior. Like I said, there is no Braden Fowler-Nicolosi anymore. There is no Jalen Dupree anymore. Lloyd Avant became the wide receiver or the running back one. So it's going to be interesting how this shapes up with the transfer portal and if Mora brings in any guys from UConn. It's just going to be,
and this recruitment cycle.
Exactly. It's all going to be very interesting.
Which, hey, I mean, brand new Pac-12, brand new coach, you kind of just usher in a new era of everything. It was the perfect time to get rid of this coach, realistically.
Well, I mean, this was only Norvell's 3rd season, the same time Deion Sanders and Norvell have the same regular season record in that time. They have the same regular season record. They both went to 1 bowl game at their respective colleges. Obviously, Deion at Buffalo, Norvell at CSU, both lost their bowl game horrifically. You gotta think, how long will Buffalo or will the Buffaloes hold on to Deion?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think he's a little too high profile to really pull the trigger early. Versus with Norvell, you can just kind of do it, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, I think this was definitely the best time to go fire him and get and landing Mora. A very lateral move. I don't like that Mora came here from an outside perspective. I think he definitely...
But it's a home run.
It's a great hire by CSU. But what I will say is I really wish he would have went to the Arkansas job would have been so good for him, I believe. I think he had the credibility to go to Auburn. Florida, probably not. Ole Miss, obviously, no. And moving to the American also didn't make a lot of sense. But
that would have been...
This is obviously the most lateral move he could have made.
Well, to be fair, I guess making a move from the independents is kind of weird.
Yeah, but it's going to be nice to see the Mora era next year.
Yeah. I would be excited as a Buffaloes fan, personally.
You mean a Rams fan?
A Rams fan, excuse me. Yeah. Sorry, we were talking about Colorado.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I brought it up. Don't worry.
Buffalo and the Mac school and I got Buffaloes on the brain. Georgia Tech. If there is one thing you can count on every single year, it is that Brent Key will play this Georgia game to the last. That last catch with 1 second left on the clock on the sideline was I think one of the best heads up plays I've ever seen with no time on the clock. That was beautiful. It was really unfortunate how that last pass ended up, but I mean, that was kind of the only way they were going to win was just an absolute fuck it Hail Mary.
Yeah. Georgia's defense once again just shows why they're one of the best in the nation and have been for so many years.
They did not let G-Tech's explosive offense do anything.
No, and
related to the red zone whatsoever.
And on the opposite side of that, Georgia Tech's defense looked fantastic against Georgia's offense. Gunnar Stockton has me a little worried these last couple games with his throwing. I'm not gonna lie. How he played G Tech, I didn't really like how he played. Obviously, how he played versus I think it was Charlotte, right?
Charlotte last week, yeah. I mean, that was more of like a whatever week, but he did throw a pick. He threw
a pick. Not only that, the last time, when he played Kentucky, he had 196. When they played Bama last time, he only had 130 yards. Look, man, I like Gunnar Stockton. I think he's a decent football player, but that's not the setting you want. And this is always a close game. G-Tech and Georgia is always close.
It's chippy. It's always close.
But that's not the thing. That's not the thing you want to propose into leading up to another SEC championship. That's Georgia Bama.
Yeah, and also when you're looking at when you're looking to be truly the only I don't want to say real or true, but the most confident championship SEC team. You need to play better in this game. Like on offense, you need to, especially given G-Tech's defense in recent weeks. This should have been a fucking murder. It should have been. Like just plain and simple. This should have been a murder. If they had played their offense like how we expected, this would have been like a 5-score game.
Oh, absolutely.
And not a last second Hail Mary to save your season and your playoff run.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just think Haynes King got caught up in it too many times. The run just wasn't there for Georgia Tech, and that's really what they rely on. And
Jamal Haynes looked lost as could be.
And it wasn't necessarily his fault. I just think Georgia's defense will forever be great under Kirby Smart.
Yeah, Eric Rivers got completely locked up as well.
I think it was just an unfortunate circumstance, rough. Man. That's all it is.
Yeah. I mean, hey, given everything that happened, G-Tech played this game a lot better than I think we both expected.
Yeah.
So I have to give... You expected?
Oh, I expected Georgia Tech to at least lose by 2 scores. To keep it within 7, I'm impressed.
And basically, it came down to one play.
It did.
Genuinely.
I agree.
I mean, props to Brent Key for always making this game really entertaining. The renewal of this rivalry, I think, is inspiring, at least.
4-star quarterback Peyton Falzone has decommitted from Auburn. Weird. That's so weird.
I wonder if Auburn has enough faith in what's his name that's been playing for the last few weeks?
I know who you're talking about. But that's so weird because they hired Golich.
Aiden or Ashton Daniels.
Yeah. But that's so
I think
weird.
It's just because Ashton Daniels played really well or has played well against Vandy and Bama despite starting mid-season. I don't know. Well, because Hugh Freeze was way too intent on Jackson Arnold doing his thing.
Yeah, so
and ended up screwing him pretty bad and ultimately costing him his job. So I don't know. It's weird. That is a weird one though. But
anyway,
regardless, that is not what we're talking about. So Georgia obviously heads to the SEC chip against Bama. We'll see how that pans out because I think if Georgia beats Bama by enough, Bama's out of the playoffs.
Oh, I think if Bama loses another game, they're out. They can't afford to drop another game. Bama has to win to stay in.
Yeah, actually, because the teams below them aren't playing in conference championships.
Yeah, because
so they would just...
Because under them, the 3 teams immediately, Miami, BYU, Utah/Texas, depending on how you look at it.
Oh, actually, well, also Vandy, actually.
And Vandy,
I think
who's 10-2.
Vandy should be in that mix.
I forgot about Vandy.
Which, by the way, Vandy is 10-2 for the first time in their school's history, and they are the last Power 4 school to reach 10 wins, to reach a 10-win season. They have finally done it.
Woo!
We love to see Vandy football back up.
Anyway, but yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Bama can't afford to drop another game. I'm with you on that. I'm personally throwing BYU in there.
Oh no, you should. You should.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go.
Yeah. North Texas Temple. Texas does their thing.
Happened.
Yeah, they look to go to the American Conference game. I think if they beat Tulane and Duke wins in the ACC, they're making the playoffs. I think James Madison and North Texas both make the playoff if Duke wins the ACC.
I'd smile so bigly. I just would.
I would love it. I would love it so fucking much.
I think if either American team wins, I don't think it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
If Duke wins the ACC championship, it is the American and JMU getting in. Now,
assuming JMU wins, obviously.
Yeah, I say I raise you this. What if Troy wins? Does Duke make it?
Then the American winner. No, Duke does not make it. I don't care. If Duke wins,
there's another conference winner that has to go in.
I think Troy would be rated higher than Duke because Duke's 7-5.
Do you think Troy would be rated higher than the Mountain West winner? Or do you think they would look CUSA?
They would not look CUSA. You kidding me? Do you think they give the CUSA any
yeah,
day
no,
over the
absolutely
ACC? Let's
not.
be fucking for real.
Yeah, no.
Like maybe they'll give Duke the light of day, but I don't know. It's a true chaos scenario, and if Duke wins, all hell will break loose.
Oh yeah.
Which, give me the Devils, please.
Anyway,
San Diego State, New Mexico. This is peak game with a horrific outcome the next morning. Horrific.
Oh yeah.
Because neither of these teams knew if they were going to make the Mountain West until the night or the morning after this game.
Yep.
Which is absolutely fucking stupid. It should have been tiebreakers, but they made it some computer metric bullshit. And neither of these teams made the Mountain West Conference title game, which is an atrocity, I think. At least one of these teams should have made it, but you know, that's just how things go. It's UNLV versus Boise State in the conference title game, even though I think it should have been a rematch of this double OT thriller.
I agree completely.
But you know, shit sucks. Or watching that last drive, or like the last two drives in double overtime, nobody wanted to win that game, and that was awesome.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, New Mexico or SD State committed too many issues and penalties at that last drive, and they fucked themselves real bad. But New Mexico holds on, and both these teams are now 9-3 and 6-2 in conference, so they will both be going to very good bowl games, all things considered.
Yes, they will.
Given the travesty of them not being in their respective conference title game. Which, speaking of the Mountain West, Boise State, Utah State.
Another peak game.
Unfortunately, your darlings, the Aggies, do not deliver.
They didn't. And I already updated our records for everything for our games. Or I updated my records. Who did you pick for JMU Coastal?
JMU, baby. 4-0 this week.
You went 4-0. You are sitting at 24-20.
Comeback of the century. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, despite everything that happened through the air game for Utah State, obviously 1-10 on third down, you can't be doing that like at all.
Look. The Aggies aren't known for their defense. They're known for the offense. And guess what? They put up a fight against Boise State.
Yeah, they absolutely put up a fight. This was a fantastic game. And it's the one that propels the Broncos into the Mountain West chip. So ultimately, Boise State redeems themselves down the stretch after a really tough last 3 weeks before the Colorado State and Utah State games. And they're looking to keep that momentum against a UNLV team that has also been rolling the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So these are two very on-fire Mountain West teams that I think it will still make for an amazing title game.
Absolutely.
Moving on, we are not even going to discuss Indiana-Purdue because that was illegal.
I think it is meant. I think it does need to be talked about that Indiana has put up plus 100 points over 2 games versus Purdue, and Purdue has put up a whopping 3 in 2 games.
Yeah.
They're
Spoilermaker is...
They're for real, man.
Nowhere to be seen. Indiana is very real.
They're for real, man. That's all I got to say.
If I was a Boilermakers fan, I would be in pain.
Absolutely.
Let's talk Arizona State first before we get to the Texases. Yeah, Jeff Sims is not him.
No.
The difference between him and Leavitt is astronomical.
Oh, absolutely.
Jordan Tyson was just silent this entire game.
Yeah.
ASU looked absolutely lifeless.
Yeah. And it begs the question, knowing that Tyson is going to get drafted in the first round this year, because he is just that good.
Yeah.
knowing that the Sun Devils went on a horrific skid throughout this season.
After the Sam Levitt, with the Sam Levitt injuries, like they just...
Does Sam Levitt transfer? Is he a transfer candidate?
I don't think so. I mean, he only has 2 years of actual recorded stats, it looks like.
Well, let's think about this,
he only started 4 games at Michigan State, so that's a redshirt year.
Let's think about it, man.
So he's two of his 4 years in now.
I'm just saying.
You were looking like a top draft pick going into this year, and everything just fell apart because you got injured.
I think
the real question is, does a team reach on him?
Okay, hear me out. And this is just theoretical. You know, there was a Sun Devil once upon a time ago that transferred to an SEC school.
Damn it!
Do you get what I'm? Do you?
I know. I literally know the second you said anything related to LSU and the SEC, I knew exactly where you were going.
I think with Lane Kiffin going to LSU, this would be the Lane Kiffinest move of all time. Would be to go out and reach on a athletic, questionable future quarterback. He did it with Trinidad Chambliss. He's done it in the past. He likes his athletic quarterbacks. Jackson Dart at Ole Miss, let us not forget. If Levitt wanted to leave, why not the Tigers?
Well, then you run into the issue of, what do you do with Nuss?
Nuss is going to go. There's no way he doesn't.
Does he have to? Does he have to, or could he I need to see what his eligibility looks like real fast. Because there might be a scenario where he literally has to go.
He's 23, man. He's a senior. And he has 5 years of stats. Yeah, he has to go.
Okay, yeah. So he literally has to go.
He has to go.
Okay. So the scenario is there for a repeat. And we saw what happened when Dane Daniels went to LSU.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I just said.
So I see the move. I see the move now. So I wouldn't be surprised.
It would be the most Lane Kiffin move of all time. It'd be the most Lane Kiffin move of all time.
He's being a petty fucking bitch right now. Dude, so I could see him doing it.
I'll talk about it. Don't worry. But the Wildcats, man, Arizona as a school is having a great year. 9-3 football team. The Arizona men's basketball team is doing great. The women's basketball team, shout out Mickey Purdue, Springfield, Ohio legend freshman Mickey Purdue has scored multiple 30-point games as a true freshman on that women's basketball team. Shout out.
Yay, women.
True.
But yeah, Arizona finishes on a 5-game winning streak. They end at 6-3 in conference and 9-3 on the season. And I think this instills a lot of confidence in this Arizona coaching staff now.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know if Noah Fifita is graduating this year or not.
Let's look at his. You said it's Noah Fifita?
He's up there. Noah Fifita. Yeah. I know he's up there in his years, but I don't know if he's graduating level or if
I'm looking right now. He is a junior.
Oh, he's a junior. Okay. So
I think he's a true junior. No, he's a redshirt junior. He's got one more year.
So he has. I say run it back one more time, man.
I think, to be honest, this would be a good year to run it back in the Big 12. There's a lot of questions in the Big 12. Yeah, man, why not?
Mm-hmm. Especially for next year. So, yeah, expect to see Noah Fifita come back for one last year.
If he doesn't, I don't blame him, though. He had a really good year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. For Arizona State, man, I mean, all the pieces that made this team so special last year are just it's falling apart at the seams.
It's done.
And it's really unfortunate.
It's done.
Are they 8-4? Yes. Are they 6-3 in conference? Yes. But with everything going on, they are so much worse than their record indicates right now.
Man.
At the start of this season, they were, I think if you had told me they were 8-4 and 6-3 in conference, I would have said, okay, that makes sense, albeit it's a little lower than what their expectations were. But given how they are now, I do not think they will win their bowl game.
No.
And Kenny Dillingham has a lot to rebuild after the Cam Skattebo and Sam Levitt, Jordan Tyson masterclass year that they had last year. So we will see how ASU goes, but right now things in Tempe are looking bleak.
I think he should leave. I still think he should leave.
I wouldn't be surprised if Levitt transfers out. He still has 2 more years, and I think he needs to make the most of them, especially with how high he was on draft boards at the start of this year. But we know he can be good.
Oh yeah.
It's just you have to wonder if he's a Jordan Tyson merchant now if he goes somewhere else.
No.
But he's not a Tyson merchant. I'm just saying that's a narrative that's been thrown out by casuals and idiots.
Chad Ochocinco said on his podcast that he is interested in becoming the wide receiver coach at LSU under Lane Kiffin. That'd be nasty. That'd be nasty, man. It won't happen, but that'd be nasty.
Be so peak. Okay, TANM Texas. Dude, Texas owns A&M.
It's not even fair at this point, man.
It has been 15 years, which admittedly this is a rivalry renewed. They've only played 3 games in the last 15 years, but Texas has not beaten A&M in 15 fucking years. Obama was the president when that last happened.
Dude, we were
8 and 9.
Yeah.
Single digits.
Yes. Yeah. We were still single digits. Look, man, Marcellus Reed.
This team fell apart.
Dude, Marcellus Reed just fucking blew it. There's no easier way. Also, fucking Quentin Reisner, man. Oh my God, what a fucking game.
Travion Weisner, man. He was electric.
And one thing that I noticed about this Ole Miss defense, dude, they didn't get the sacks. They had
you mean
2.
Texas A&M?
Or yeah, A&M. I'm sorry. A&M got 2 sacks. That's not normal for them.
Which they had the most sacks in the entire FBS this year. So it was a shocker of a game, and I think it's a testament to Texas's O-line.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this team has caught fucking fire at the right time.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's that blowout loss to Georgia and the loss to an atrocious Florida team that just hold me back from having much confidence in them.
You can't have confidence in them.
It's just like you're liable on any day of the, and also again, every team has played Arkansas close in recent weeks, but they played Arkansas close when they were falling apart post Sam Pittman. But also,
absolutely,
the blowout loss to Georgia is unbelievably damning. If they had performed better against Georgia, I think we'd be having a much different conversation. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles. It's unfortunate for Texas, but I think Arch Manning has really stepped into his own since earlier this season, where everyone was calling him trash and washed and terrible and transfer bro, go to a G5 school. Mm-hmm. You're only a quarterback because you have the Manning name attached to you, blah, blah, blah. So I think he's shut a decent amount of people up.
Absolutely.
So I do hope he has a good year next year. And I think Sark after this year, I think was just like one flipped game away from making another playoff run.
Oh, for sure.
But I forget if Weisner and Wingo have to go this year. I imagine Weisner will go anyways, no matter what, just because of the year he had.
I don't know, man. This is pretty deep.
Ryan Wingo.
He's a junior.
Oh, this is Ryan Wingo is?
No, Weisner.
Oh, so Weisner could stay another year. Wingo's a sophomore?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, he's young. Obviously you still have Parker Livingstone. He's one of your better wide receivers as well. Jack Entries actually had a really good game, obviously off of the 54-yard catch to really seal this game away in quarter 3 as well. So yeah, I don't know. I think Sark just needs to put a few more good pieces together, and this Texas team will look like the one we saw last year that made the playoffs and was looking like a natty contender.
Yeah.
So Sark's doing good things at Texas, and if I was a Longhorns fan, I'd trust in him. and I would trust in Arch Manning as well.
Yeah.
Contrary to popular belief earlier this year.
Yeah, and unfortunately, they probably won't make the playoffs. There's a lot of things that has to happen for that to happen. I just don't see it, and it sucks.
Yeah. As for A&M, this was a absolute collapse, dude. After Mizzou. This Texas A&M team in November looked atrocious. I don't care that you blew out Samford 48-0. It's fucking Samford.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, after
it's those last 2 SEC games, you guys have looked absolutely atrocious, and I would not be surprised if they are first round bounces.
Yeah, no. In South Carolina, they escaped with their lives. And then in this game, Marcellus Reed just didn't have it. You couldn't blame it on the receivers this time, man. The receivers did their job. Everyone was catching everything.
Concepcion was great. Yeah. Mario Craver did all right.
What I will say,
you can't say the run game sold you either, because I believe
Owens,
they were averaging 4.6 yards an attempt. Yeah. So this is all on Reed.
I mean, a lot of that did come from Reed though. The running yards, he had 71 on 12 carries. Outside of that, he wasn't really getting any run help, unfortunately. But man, look, I tell you, it's hard when you can't find the end zone, and he looked uncomfortable. He had some bad misses. I honestly, man, I think he was just rattled. I think Marcellus Reed was just rattled. This was the time for Texas to go 12-0. They had been 11-0 3 other times in their history. They had never gone 12-0, and I think knowing that, I think this was a big game for him. I think he just got rattled.
Yeah, and I think Elko it's also an Elko thing as well, because they have had a couple of scenarios where the lights were just too bright, like especially last year. You remember how badly they collapsed down the stretch.
Absolutely.
They collapsed against USC, they collapsed against Texas, they collapsed against Auburn in that quadruple overtime game. They collapsed against South Carolina, actually. So they had another really terrible month of November. So you have to wonder, as an Aggies fan, is Mike Elko going to stop collapsing at the end of the season, or is this just what we're going to see every year?
You never know,
because that's what got Mario Cristobal a lot of flack, and he's turned it around now at this point. He's looked really good in the month of November. So it's unfortunate for the Aggies. They're still going to make the playoffs most likely, but I mean, you have to sing the song of, it's the same old song and dance of, why are we just absolutely choking it down the stretch in November? And it's killing them. It is killing them. So we'll see how A&M performs in the playoffs, but if I was an Aggies fan, I would not be confident in them in their first round game.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
No, I think Friday's covered.
Also, Austin, Texas is one of the scariest places to play in all of college football.
Yeah. All right.
Let's start with, you know what? Let's just get the cat out of the bag. Let's just talk about it first.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I want to talk shit. I want to talk shit so bad.
I want to talk shit so bad.
Oh, celebrate fucking good times, baby. It has been 366 days.
Yep.
Since Michigan has beaten Ohio State, and you guys can suck my dick.
Look, man. Look, there's a couple things I want to say about this game. First of all, the minute Saiyan threw the pick, I was like, this is going to happen again. This is going to fucking happen again.
I got war flashbacks immediately.
Yeah, I said this is going to happen again. We're going to end up losing again, and this is what it's going to be for the rest of my life. And then it's that audio. It's that fucking Dragon Ball Z audio, and something snapped. I didn't care anymore.
Inside of me.
I didn't care about beating Kakarot. They locked in. They just locked in. And that's all it took. It took Saiyan one time to make a mistake, and from there he was damn near perfect.
Locked in.
He just locked in. And Bo Jackson, I'm so happy we have Bo Jackson for 2 more years, dude. We have Bo Jackson for 2 more years. We have Isaiah West for 2 more years. We have Peoples for another year, man. This Carnell Tate is... this team is just so good, man.
I used to pray for times like this, man. It's beautiful.
I'm upset that we only get to see this defense together for 1 year. Arvell Reese is going. Kenyatta Jackson is going. Caden Curry is going to go. Caleb Downs is going to go.
Both of the Styles is.
Both of the Styles are gone. Iggy is gone. But you know who we do get to see more of? Sanchez and Scott. It's going to be so much fun. Yeah, man, talking about this game, look, the Wolverines unfortunately had injury troubles. Marshall going down and out of this game did not make it competitive. Marshall was going to be their saving grace. And unfortunately he went down.
Cuz was just not it.
He wasn't good. Ohio State had the tape from the Northwestern film to study him. And it's just what it is. Really weird how there was no targets to Marsh. Or whatever his name is, the wide receiver. Who's their
Marshall?
Yeah, Marshall.
Zach Marshall?
Yeah.
No, that's their tight end.
Yeah, no. Who's the one wide receiver people were talking shit about?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull him up. I know who you're talking about. Andrew Marsh.
Yeah, Andrew Marsh. Okay. Yeah, people were saying how he was gonna do great things. I mean, dude, Bryce Underwood didn't even target him once. This was just a bad game by Michigan. They had the momentum and then it just flipped. This was like
they pissed it away immediately. The second we punched him in the mouth and got in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like in the second quarter with the Smith 35-yard tutty.
Also, by the way, was a touchdown,
a fumble.
And here's the thing. Okay, we're gonna talk rules for a minute. Okay, we're gonna talk rules.
All right, Mike Pereira, get to it.
When Smith had the ball, he juggled it before the 1-yard line. He reestablished to his chest, crossed the plane, and in leaning forward, lost control again. The minute the ball crosses the plane while it's on his chest, touchdown. It's over. They had the angle. You saw it. Touchdown. It doesn't matter. After that, the ball can get jarred loose. His foot had already been established on the catch at the 1-yard line, was leaned forward, the ball crossed. It doesn't matter if any part of the ball crosses. It is any part crosses the white line, touchdown. Yes, It was ticky-tacky. But I also saw someone talk about it on TikTok on this other podcast I follow, and I agree with their statement. The monotony of looking at every single frame for calls is stupid. If it looks like a touchdown and it acts like a touchdown and it smells like a touchdown, it's a fucking touchdown. Yep. And I would have said the exact same thing if Michigan had scored a touchdown, and I'm not kidding. If that was the exact same play and they called it on the field to touch it, I'm like, they're not going to overturn it. Why? Because it looks like a touchdown. You have to play the game.
Yeah, and Michigan fans like crying and complaining of like, oh, this would have changed everything and blah, 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 blah. Hey, guess what, dipshit? That's a 2-score game, not a 1-score game.
Yeah.
Get your head out of your dick holes.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous, It's just really ridiculous. They're the worst sore losers I've ever seen in my life. They guarded the fucking M, and a year after hearing
that they can't take it.
And the year I heard, oh, you should have just won your game. Then you wouldn't have been mad if we planted a field. Then you would have had reason to be mad if we planted the flag on your field. Hey, Michigan, you should have won your game. Protected that more than your own goddamn end zone.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, speaking on that scenario, I will say, well, I think apparently Ryan Day had to cut a deal with Sharon Moore that we wouldn't plant the flag on the M so that they could get their guys off the field because they had to go out to the tunnel first.
Ridiculous.
So their players were stuck on the field because their bitch asses were guarding the M.
Yeah, they wanted to fight. They wanted to fight. You know why? Do you know why they wanted to fight? Because Michigan fans have nothing else to root for. That's my take. They are the sorest losers of all time. They cannot.
And so are the players.
The culture up there is gross. It was like that under Harbaugh.
They taste 1 inch of success, and Sharon Moore couldn't give it up.
You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like someone was born on third, and they couldn't handle it.
It sounds like a whole lot of bitch to me.
It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Because Ryan Day said, win with humility. He didn't want the flag to be planted. He didn't want that. And he has every right to say that. Although I do follow, there are a couple Cincinnati mutuals I follow on Twitter. Well, mutuals, we follow each other. And they did say, and they're Michigan fans. They said, look, we got to plant it on theirs. They get to plant it on us. Let's quit acting like a bunch of bitches. And I respect that. There are some Michigan fans I respect. Tat, man. I've respected that guy. Good for him.
Tit for tat. That is fair.
Because if the roles were reversed, would we have been mad when they tried to do it? Yeah. In the moment, but then you look back at it, we did do it to them. It's a rivalry. It makes sense. That's just how it is, man. And I think that some people just get too fucking bent out of shape about it. Especially like some of the players, like obviously that's your school. You have the pride. But really, you did it last year. And don't pretend like you didn't.
Mm-hmm. Also, I don't care like for the freshmen that are clinging to they're clutching their pearls. Mm-hmm. Don't care. You're a part of the team.
Yeah, the team's history is your history.
That team did the exact same. Yeah, and that team did the exact same thing last year.
Yeah, you're a part of it, dude. It doesn't matter.
And they made a whole fucking big stink about it.
Yeah, but you know what? I appreciated Ohio State's message by jumping the wall and celebrating with their fans. That made it better. That made it better.
Yeah, and they looked at those Michigan players straight in the eyes and said, see our fans in your house, walk in your trap and take over.
My favorite one was Jermaine Matthews bringing out the belt.
Bringing out the belt, game. Baby. The Jermaine Matthews special.
You could see it in Sayan's post-game. Dude, it was awesome.
Seeing him walk in the background with the belt, just like walking around. I love that shit.
Can we agree that OSU's going back-to-back? Absolutely. Ohio State is going back-to-back.
Yes. We're aggressive as hell? Yeah. You know why?
Because fuck Michigan.
We don't have Buckeye for Lives on our degrees to be soft about it. Hold on. Wait. Here. Look.
Yep, there it is. I don't have my degree on me, unfortunately, so I can't flex that shit.
Yeah, mine's in Ohio, LOL.
Mine's 20 minutes from here, also in Ohio, LOL.
Mine's in Ohio, where it belongs. About to jump out my
but like...
She said you about to jump out her iPad. You got so close, bruh.
Hello.
Anyway, Super Saiyan is crazy. Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith are amazing. I would have liked to see more out of Smith, but I understand he was fucking doubled the whole day.
Yeah. Also, happy birthday, Jeremiah Smith. We love birthday. You. God. That's crazy. Bryce Underthrown looked like garbage. His receiver sold him so fucking bad. There were so many just drop passes, but also he was just so inaccurate.
Yeah, he can't really throw that well.
He just looked atrocious.
He is an 18-year-old. Like he is freshly 18. I'm sure he'll develop. But I just wish it wasn't at Michigan. He could have gone anywhere else to develop.
He also said he was going to take over the entire state of Ohio. So how did that go, huh?
He said that shit to LeBron James, bro. You're stupid as fuck for that.
Wasn't that at Cedar Point or some shit?
I don't remember. Probably. Because why? Everything's better in Ohio.
It was some fuck shit, though. It was some fuck shit. But no, this is what Michigan deserves after years. And I hope you have fun back in lowbrow status. Because I don't care about your bullshit wins from 1897 to 1927, where you went like 17-3-0 when OSU literally didn't play football.
Yeah, so that's the thing with the gap in the rivalry, right? Like why Michigan has such a large standing. 10 years ago, like if we're looking at records from 10 years ago, Ohio State has a winning record. If we look at 15 years ago, Ohio State has a winning record. 20 years ago, 25 years. This goes all the way back to 70 years ago.
I think even 80, it's pretty close.
It might be post World War II.
And then pre-World, the only thing that Michigan fans have to grab onto is before World War I. A literal century ago.
Yeah, we have gone through.
I'm not moved.
We have gone through an entire cycle of people in America.
They win one little 4-year cycle, which mind you, two of those dodged us one of those years.
Okay.
Damn, bro.
Anyway, yeah. So in 2020 they dodged us, and then in 21 through 23, it is confirmed that they were actively cheating. Well, 21 through 22, 23 they weren't like found out yet. Whatever.
And in 24, that was because Chip Kelly is a fucking moron.
Yeah, because we see that.
And also, Will Howard was concussed. I'll die on that hill. Will Howard was concussed, and Chip Kelly was a fucking moron.
No, dude. We lost to light the fire under us to go win the Natty.
But also that too.
It was all a ploy. It was all a ploy. Trust.
Nah, but yeah, Michigan fans wanted to act all tough after 4 years. Let's not forget the last 20.
Let's go back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Back to our regularly scheduled program. We'll see you guys in like when we're dead.
Yeah.
We'll say that. We'll say that when we die.
Yeah. What in our lifetime? It's what's the record? Like 15-5? No, it can't be that. Look at the OSU Michigan record versus since 2001 because that's when I was born.
Yep. All right, so let's see. 2000. This is November of 2001. I
was a fresh babe.
1 loss, 2 loss, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 losses in 23 years. So 17-6.
I'm 24.
We're putting a big asterisk on 3 of those. So technically 17-3 if we're vacating them. Which actually we had to vacate one of our wins. I forgot about that.
Yeah, because of the tattoo 2000s. Shit. Yeah.
So.
All right. You know what? Look, it is what it is. Let's move on, man. Fuck Michigan. Fuck the Wolverines. Ohio State.
Little bro status. Get fucked.
I'm looking at the game immediately under this. Poor Pitt. Dude, I thought they were gonna do it. I had so much faith. Man. I had so much faith, and it just didn't happen.
Pitt just shat the fucking bed.
Dude, Carson Beck locked in. Carson Beck locked in.
Yeah, it was one of those Beck games where he didn't look like a literal potato with legs.
Bruh. Whoever this dude is, fucking Tony, he's tough, man.
Yeah,
Malachi Tony.
He's had some really good games this year.
He's a freshman.
That's the thing.
He's a freshman.
Fuck. That's all I gotta say.
Honestly,
yeah, he's had two back-to-back 150 plus 1-tutty games with over 10 receptions.
He also threw for a touchdown.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, this dude is something special. I don't care.
Pitt Panthers defense really just couldn't capitalize on Beck and his like turnover problems, and I think Carson Beck just did a better job controlling the ball.
Only 2 sacks and the 1 pick. The Pitt defense just kind of did nothing.
Well, and then it helps with Ruben Bain Jr. getting a sack and a half, Motton getting a sack and a half, Fitzgerald getting a sack and a pick. So, I think Miami just wanted it more. I think that's what it comes down to. I think Miami just wanted it more.
So it does beg the question of whether they make the playoffs or not. It's ultimately a matter of opinion. And I think when the playoff committee starts to look at this, they are going to have to stare down that Notre Dame win and contemplate a lot.
I think, okay. I'm going to talk about this now. Bama loses in the SEC. Let's just say Bama loses in the SEC title game. BYU does not upset. So T-Tech wins. Mm-hmm. I think it'll be hard to not put Miami in there. They're 10-2. They beat Notre Dame. That's 2 rough losses to SMU and Louisville. But they did a lot of things correct.
Yeah,
given how many.
I'm kind of updating my rankings like right now, talking about this.
like look, man, they have a 7th overall rush defense, 11th total defense. The running offense just isn't there, but
I mean, it's still like almost top half in the league, so it's not like it's something like absolutely atrocious.
Like SMU in overtime and Louisville by 3. You beat Notre Dame at home, first game of the season. You beat South Florida when they were ranked, and South Florida's been good all year.
Yeah.
Pitt is a ranked win in Pittsburgh. I think it's hard. I think it's hard to turn them away.
It is really hard. It's just there's really good teams, and we have to see how conference championship week pans out because that determines a lot.
Yeah. So our brackets will be pre-conference championship predictions.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Just to touch on the 3 games before, East Carolina commits murder, Texas Tech also commits murder, and Toledo closes out the season. Unfortunately, they again don't make the MAC title game, so we already talked about that. So they're gonna make a good bowl game.
Yep. Iowa State able to go over Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State actually putting up points for the first time in a while. It feels like.
Yeah. They're kind of just wanted this season to be over as soon as possible.
Yeah.
And they got their wish. So now a new era begins.
Yes, I will. Sorry, I have to move.
The Eric Morris era, the Eric Morris era begins now.
Yes,
because they finished at an atrocious 1-11, and literally the only game they won was against UT Martin at the beginning of the year.
Wait, what?
So,
hold on.
What?
I'm confirming something.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
just as an NFL update, Patriots are up 27-7.
Damn. Okay, well that's another part of the coaching carousel I didn't know that happened today. Okay.
What happened today?
We'll get into it later. I want it to be a surprise for you. Let's
Okay, fine.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going so we can do the coaching carousel.
Yeah. Houston Baylor happened.
Good
Dave
win
Aranda
good win for Houston.
Great win for Houston. Absolutely. Finishes out a pretty decent Big 12 season, all things considered. They finish at 9-3 and 6-3 in conference as well. So they'll make a pretty good bowl game. And, it was a good season for Wegman, all things considered.
Oh, for sure.
For Baylor, they dropped to 5-3. They end on a 3-game skid, absolute polar opposite to last year where they were dead in the water to start. And then they caught fire really fast.
Yep.
And now Baylor needs to ask the question of, do we let Aranda go this offseason?
Yeah. That's going to be a hard decision.
It's getting closer and closer to yes, but with everything going on in coaching this year, I don't know if it's the right move for them to fire him this year.
Mark Stoops did get fired by Kentucky, so if Baylor is able to grab Mark Stoops, I think that would be a great get.
Yeah. Was that the one that just happened?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Mark Stoops happened a while ago then.
Mark Stoops did happen today, but it was earlier this morning.
Happen. Okay. Anyways, we'll get to that later. But Sawyer Robertson had just kind of an okay game. You kind of expect a lot more out of him realistically, given his performances. Yeah. So he kind of ends his stint with Baylor uneventfully, all things considered, in these last 2 games.
Yeah.
So we will see how Baylor's situation looks going forward, but it's not looking great, all things considered.
Yeah.
They will need to make some changes, I think, to instill some confidence in everything. Louisville committed murder. Mark Stoops gets fired because of this, probably. So, lol.
Yeah.
The the mid off, I guess, between Colorado and Kansas State happened. Kansas State punches their way to a bowl game at exactly 6-6. So we will see what kind of mid-tier bowl they get. Caden Salter's career as a Buffalo is most likely over because he sucks and is terrible. And Deion's second season after having a Heisman last year ends in 3-9 and on a 5-game skid.
Yeah, not great.
So not a fantastic look, albeit your last 5 games were some really tough competition, but realistically, you could have beaten West Virginia, you could have beaten Kansas State. I think the ASU, Arizona, Utah, though, is a rough go at the end of the season.
For sure. It was a crazy way to end. Cannot lie.
Mm-hmm. So Deion looks forward. They'll try to right the ship probably for next year, but we'll see how much of a leash Colorado gives him. But
yeah,
I would imagine it's a little bit tighter after this year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. If his name isn't bringing in the recruits, then I honestly would expect them to move quicker and let that be publicly known.
Yeah. Clemson, South Carolina happened. Both these teams suck. It's just Clemson sucks less, I guess.
Yeah, I think Sellers is just falling, man.
Sellers is going undrafted.
No. He won't go undrafted.
I don't know. He's had a pretty rough go at it this season, but we'll see. Nick Harbor had a great game though.
Yeah, he did.
He obviously with how amazingly athletic he is, he's going to find a home somewhere on a very happy NFL team.
Oh, absolutely.
And for Cade Klubnik, kind of just a whatever end to a whatever season. I think if any NFL team takes him, their GM is getting fired.
Mm-hmm.
He is nobody's franchise guy. He should not even be a backup, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but Clemson they have punched their way to a bowl, obviously, after beating Furman last week. But at a staunch 7-5 and on a 4-game win streak to end the year, very far from expectations, obviously. You finish 4-4 in conference play. It's just kind of a crap year. You just look to next year to see if you can rebound. And to see if Dabo Swinney can kind of bring things back to the norm.
Yeah.
The norm of greatness that is expected from this team.
Oh, absolutely.
For South Carolina, Shane Beamer is on the hot seat. Pretty bad.
Oh, absolutely, he is. He rocked with Sellers. I mean, they did bring in Aaron Nolan. I'm really shocked Aaron Nolan got 0 play this year.
Or pretty much 0 play. He literally only got like a couple snaps against Coastal Carolina.
Yeah, it just makes no sense, man. It just makes no sense.
It's just, I don't know. It's weird, but we'll see what South Carolina does. Given the insane coaching cycle, I think they should stick with Beamer for a little bit longer.
Absolutely.
Just to wait for some things to open up. Miami, Ohio, Ball State. They punched their ticket to the MAC title game, even though I personally don't agree with that, but whatever.
Is what it is.
Despite their shitty quarterback situation, they're looking to win the MAC again.
That'd be crazy.
Somehow.
That'd be crazy.
But I mean, hey, their backup quarterback kind of locked in for this game. Only 50% on passing, but I mean, hey, 3 tutties on the day.
True.
But it's also Ball State, so can't really put much stock in that. Delaware beats the absolute brakes off of UTEP, which I believe puts them at what's their record?
Are they 9-3 now?
6-6.
6-6. I thought they were doing better than that.
They end the year at 6-6 and 4-4 in conference play, which frankly, for a first-year team in the conference, is really good. On the flip side, Missouri State, well, not flip side, I guess, on the same side of that coin, Missouri State finishes the year 5-3 and at 7-5. And unfortunately, due to the FBS's bullshit bowl rules, neither of these teams can go to bowls. It is fucking bullshit. Get rid of that rule immediately.
Yeah, no, I'm not with that.
It is stupid.
Yeah,
it is stupid, really and it screws teams like this that can perform in the FBS immediately. But hey, I mean, good seasons for both. I think Delaware has a lot to be happy about. And they look to just get better in a really thriving CUSA conference right now.
Yeah. Jacksonville State survives against the Hilltoppers. That was a really good game. I watched clips of that.
Yeah, that was a very great game. And Jacksonville State, again, punches their ticket to the CUSA title game to face Kennesaw State in a rematch.
If you don't know, hold on. Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. Keep talking.
Okay. I'll just touch on some other games in the meantime. FIU closes out their season against Sam Houston. Great win for them. Georgia Southern beats Marshall. This is kind of just an ass off. Louisiana Tech, I believe. Yeah, Louisiana Tech tops Missouri State to leapfrog them in the CUSA rankings, but it doesn't really change much. I guess we're really sticking in the CUSA right now. Jesus Christ. Or Old Dominion's Sunbelt, excuse me. Old Dominion sits themselves firmly at second place in their side of the division, below James Madison, with a win against Georgia State. And I am shocked that Georgia State has not moved on from Del McGee.
Yeah.
Because they finished winless in conference and 1-11. They were expected to be like at least decent this year.
Yeah.
So I'm shocked. I'm shocked Georgia State has not fired him yet. But regardless, that's kind of just whatever. Okay, there's an outlier sitting here. BYU UCF. UCF got off to a really, really strong start.
They did, man. They absolutely
they
did.
had BYU shitting themselves in quarter one, and then they just stopped playing football.
Yeah. Sorry,
and BYU started playing football.
Yes, they did. Oh no, sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Okay, keep going.
Anyways, yeah, Bear Bachmeier goes a very respectable 21 of 25, 289, one tutty. Martin, I forget his name. LJ. Okay. LJ Martin, 95 yards, 3 tutties on 22 carries. You know, a great day. Kingston, 6 of 8 on the day, 126, one tutty. They kind of just spread the love. UCF spread the love a lot.
Yeah,
albeit probably a bit too much, probably for their own liking. So Scott Frost's first year ends in missing a bowl game at 5-7. But all things considered, I think this was probably better than expected for UCF. They obviously had a couple swing games that they won. Obviously, they weren't expected to be like UNC or Jacksonville State at the beginning of the year, but they got those nice swing victories to start the season. And then the wheels kind of just fell off after that, minus the West Virginia victory. Although they did almost upset Houston, but hey, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles, and they barely miss a bowl game. But I think Scott Frost will look to improve upon that for next year. But for year one, not terrible, all things considered.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially because Scott Frost hasn't coached in years.
Oh, for sure.
It definitely shows that like he still has it at least. So it's good for UCF to see that, but ultimately BYU is just the better team, and BYU punches their ticket to the Big 12 game, and they look forward to the rematch against Texas Tech in a neutral site this time.
Yes.
So we will see if that changes things.
Yes.
Arkansas State, Appalachian State goes down to the wire.
Yes, it did. That game. And again, clips of that game. That game was crazy.
Looked like a great game. But ultimately, Arkansas State finishes out their season. I forget what their record is. I just want to confirm it. But Arkansas State finishes at a 6-6, so they qualify for a bowl game, and they finish firmly in the middle of the Sun Belt at 5-3.
Nice.
And App State, unfortunately, finishes a pretty disappointing 2-6 in conference and 5-7 overall, so they miss a bowl game. And I don't know whether they move off their current coach or not in the coming weeks, but we will see. But ultimately, a disappointing season for the Mountaineers.
Yeah.
UAB takes down Tulsa. Sorry, I just want to get things pulled up for that.
No, you're good.
Ever since firing Trent Dilfer, obviously it hasn't looked the best, but also they had to play North Texas and USF in back-to-back weeks.
Yeah.
So it was a nice little rebound. They do finish at only 4-8 on the season, and 2-6 in conference. But Trent Dilfer is out. They can look to the future now.
Yes.
And Tulsa finishes at 1-7 and 4-8. They've kind of just been poverty for ages, so I don't know what they even do at this point. But yeah, just kind of two bad American teams clashing in what ended up being a good game. So, but UAB is looking to the coaching carousel to see whether they can pick up something good. Texas State beats South Alabama to kind of right their wrongs just a little bit. But ultimately, it still ends up being a very disappointing repeat 6-6 season.
Yeah. Especially because this is a Texas State team that's moving on to a new conference. So.
Yeah. Where? Oh, that's right. They're going to the new Pac-12. Yeah, they finish a very disappointing 3-5 in conference and 6-6 overall, which does get them a bowl game, admittedly, so they can at least rest easy knowing that. But ultimately, still not a great year.
Yeah.
South Alabama also finishes at 3-5 in conference, but they finished 4-8 because they probably had, I assume they had a tougher non-conference.
They did.
They did, yeah. Oh yeah, Auburn and Tulane. Yeah. Yikes. I forget if South Alabama is running on a new head coach or not. I can't remember.
Based on mid-season hiring and firings from this ESPN article, I do not see that. So if it is a new head coach, it was before the season started.
So I don't know. Right. But anyways, let's see.
Let's speed this up because there's so many games we cannot talk about all of them.
Middle Tennessee goes to overtime. Cool. Louisiana Monroe wins the state battle.
In overtime.
Boston College. Yeah, both in overtime, by the way. Middle Tennessee and New Mexico State are both atrocious teams. UL Monroe and Louisiana are also both atrocious teams, so what's new? Boston College beats Syracuse to end Syracuse's unbelievably horrible skid to end the season.
Terrible, man. Terrible. But they got 2C, so don't worry about it. Syracuse get landing commit rapper 2C.
Yeah, I mean, Syracuse started the year at 3-1.
Yeah, man.
And then they just dealt with so many injuries and unbelievably horrible quarterback play to end the year. So if I was Fran Brown, I'd be shitting myself for my job right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Boston College they get their first conference win in the last week of conference play.
Good for them.
Which also means Syracuse is now the worst team in the ACC and not Boston College technically.
Insane.
Cincinnati TCU. Unfortunately, Cincinnati just
the skids, man.
Skid.
This was a bad way for the Bearcats to go out, and they did it in the worst possible way.
Season.
They did it in the worst possible way.
Starts off 7-1, and unfortunately finishes the year at 7-5. And now Scott Satterfield has to have a lot of talks.
Yeah, and it's gonna be interesting for Sorsby, you know.
Yeah.
And all those veteran guys, it's gonna.
Mm-hmm. You got to wonder where he goes from here, because he did have a very, very good season compared to last year. I will admit it was a massive improvement.
Devin Williams and the Mets agree on a contract, bro. Fuck.
Yeah, sure, whatever, bro. Doesn't matter. It's the fucking Mets. They're still gonna shit the bucket somehow.
Anyway.
There we go. Oregon Washington looked close for a little bit, but ultimately Oregon just kicks the door open and they punch themselves a playoff ticket.
12 points though, not what I want to see out of Oregon at all.
No, this was not exactly their best game, but also it's a rivalry game away.
You're right.
Some people were calling for upsets, and I gave those calls some credence.
Yeah, you did.
Or some credence. So I understand it, but ultimately Oregon is the better team, and they look to get, I believe, a home playoff game at this point, assuming the rankings shake out in the way they expect. It really does suck, though, for Damon Williams and Jonah Coleman and those guys, but also Coleman got nothing done this game. He looked so
that Oregon
lost.
Defensive line is tough, man.
They are tough. But ultimately, Washington finishes at 8-4, and they just look to hopefully improve in, what is one of the most stacked conferences in all of college football.
Absolutely.
Not much to say about that one. Army beats UTSA. Oklahoma escapes a scare against LSU. An LSU team that just is so nothing burger.
Every time I try to have faith in John Mateer, man, it just he tries to show me why I shouldn't, and that's why I'm not high on Oklahoma. I still think
LSU was absolutely hounding him, albeit Harold Perkins Jr. had himself a fucking game.
Yes.
1 pick, 3 solo tackles, half a tackle for loss.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of the best linebackers in all of college football for a reason, and that is the Blake Baker year 2 defense.
Yes.
I think
yes.
LSU does have a very good defense. It's just their offense was absolutely fucking atrocious this year.
Yeah.
So, but the Lane Kiffin era starts very soon, so we will see how that pans out for them.
Mm-hmm.
And Oklahoma, I mean, they find a way to win close again, but it does beg a lot of questions for a playoff run.
Mm-hmm.
How far do they make it? Can they even compete? We'll just have to see, because they have played gritty, punch you in the mouth football, but you don't know how long that can really go for.
They do.
So we'll see. But this rivalry week was definitely one that should probably scare some Sooner fans.
Oh, absolutely.
Going into conference championship week and just the college football playoff in general. But Oklahoma has secured their spot.
Jackets won 5-3, by the way.
Yes. Fuck the Devils.
Yeah.
Mizzou beats Arkansas. Nothing really crazy there. New era for Arkansas. Sam Pittman is out, and they are the best 2-10 team to ever exist.
Absolutely.
Don't care. Kennesaw State beats Liberty in 2 OT.
Yeah, that game was crazy.
Get fucked. So Kennesaw State punches their ticket to the CUSA title game, as we've said, and they look for the rematch against Jacksonville State from earlier this year.
Yep.
Penn State notches one last win on the year somehow. Did that get them to bowl eligibility? I forget.
Should have, right?
Yes, at a perfect 6-6. Penn State is going bowling, just barely off of the back of Ethan Grunkemeyer somehow locking in.
Yeah, and this is a Penn State team that wants their interim head coach to be hired full time, but we'll see with the coaching carousel. A lot of teams are already making moves, and Penn State isn't jumping the gun on some of these guys, so it makes you think,
Yeah, the Scarlet Knights unfortunately dropped to 5-7, so they will not be making another bowl under Greg Schiano. So we will see how things turn out for him, but not a great season, all things considered.
I honestly think Greg Schiano could move to one of these American teams if Rutgers fires him.
Yeah. Troy punches their ticket to the Sun Belt Conference game to take on playoff hopeful James Madison after beating University of Southern Miss, which I believe Southern Miss finishes technically 4th in the division, but I think technically 2nd in their what do you call it again? Division, I guess, of the conference.
Yeah, it's conference and then the division of the conference.
Division. There it is. Yeah. So they finished 5-3 and 7-5 after finishing dead last year. So you have to appreciate the full Curt Cignetti style rebuild where the coach takes literally the entire team with him.
Oh, for sure.
But at least Southern Miss is looking up this year, so that's a win for them. Two big games to talk about here. Vandy, Tennessee. Vandy notching their 10th win of the season, and I mean, shit, if things go their way, that could punch them a playoff ticket if things go right.
I mean, you're looking at the Commodores in Miami if Bama loses, because any of the other first round teams do not play in the conference championship. A&M does not play in their conference championship. Neither does Ole Miss or Oregon or Oklahoma, because unfortunately this is a stacked SEC playoffs, so it's just what it is. Obviously the Commodores could rise up or they could not move at all, but we will absolutely see. I personally believe the Commodores should be in the playoffs, but
they are a very, very good team, but it's
going to be hard. It's going to be hard to see them not make it in. Given
it is a tough year this year.
Yeah, given the Texas win over A&M, given Miami being 10-2 as well, with a win over Notre Dame, it's that last at-large spot's going to be one to die for.
The big issue is the Bama head-to-head, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
That might be Vandy's Achilles heel is the Bama loss.
Exactly.
Which is unfortunate, but the rebuild under Kenny Clark Kenny Clark, I believe is his name, something like that.
I'm not entirely sure.
The new Vandy head coach.
Yes.
The rebuild has been fantastic. I think the future of Commodore football is looking very, very, very bright, considering their history.
Yeah, and I think the only thing that sucks about that is, unfortunately, Pavia will not be there to actually reap the rewards of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, but he started it, so hopefully the rest of the coaching staff and everything can get the job done. As for Tennessee, Josh Heupel, they finish 8-4. They're 9th in the SEC. They finish an even 4-4. It's a weird scenario for them because they got thrown into the fire with Imaliava leaving, kind of not really unexpectedly, but just kind of last minute. They couldn't really adjust, and Aguilar couldn't totally step up.
I mean, he threw for 3,400 yards on
this is true
67 pretty much percent completion with a 24-10 split. Yes, the turnovers are bad, but I'm gonna be honest, man. This is your first start in the SEC. This is your first starting year. You threw 10 picks. You more than doubled up your touchdowns. You threw for almost 3,500. I think I think the Volunteers, unfortunately, are just gonna have to do another year of running it back.
Yeah, because they need to address the defensive issues because they have not had a good defense in years and years and years.
Well, not having the cornerback Hood because of his knee injury all season is going to affect him. He was their lockdown guy last year. So that hurts as well. I think for Tennessee, this was just another it is what it is season, and that fucking blows.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for them, but they are still on the outside looking in for just a little bit longer.
Yep. Duke beats Wake. That happened.
Punches their ticket to the ACC title game and brings up the scenario to ensue total chaos.
Yes.
In the college football playoff.
Minnesota caps off their gross season with a win over Wisconsin.
Cool. James Madison obviously ends their season off well, punches their ticket to the Sun Belt Conference game. I think they had already done that anyways, but they kind of just put themselves firmly in that position. Very much a statement game.
And because of this game, the Chanticleers did fire head coach Tim Beck, who was fired on a winning record after 3 seasons. He was 20-18 with the Chanticleers. Was fired after this game though because
I believe they ended at 6-6.
They ended at 6-6 because of the 3-game skid.
Yeah. I don't know. Might be a mistake, but who knows?
This is the second time this is the second year in a row where the Chanticleers went 5-3 in Sun Belt play. Or no, wait, well, I don't think they went 5-3 this year, or did they?
Let me see.
He went 5-3 in 2 years.
Yeah.
No, so 5-3 in the last 2 years. I was correct.
They were 11th in the Sun Belt last year though, so because it was super stacked.
Yes.
Florida beats Florida State. Cool. 2 shit garbage teams that one has fired their coach and they're looking for something. One needs to fire their coach and should be looking for something.
Yeah. I have faith in Florida because of their new hire.
They hired Summerall.
They hired Summerall from Tulane. Lagway has really been trying to salvage whatever game time he has left in Florida. If he doesn't leave, I would really like to see Summerall work his magic.
He definitely won't leave after this season. Absolutely not.
I mean, like transfer.
Oh, transfer, right. I don't think a school is probably that willing to pick him up, and I imagine Summerall is going to say, hey, I've seen what you can do, stay.
Yeah, Washington
will help you out.
State beats Oregon State.
There is no Pac-12 champion this year.
There is no Pac-12 champion.
I don't know. Actually, I think technically the Cougs would be based off of point differential. Yeah. So the Cougs are your official Pac-12 champions.
Yay!
Yay! Good job, both of you shit garbage teams. You both suck, except I guess Wazoo gets to go to a bowl. Yay! Oregon State though, they looked fucking atrocious.
Yeah, they're so bad. They're so bad.
They brought in Malik Murphy to try and kind of patch some things up, but it just didn't pan out at all. And Jonathan Smith, I don't know if he's on the way out. I can't remember.
Jonathan Smith?
Oh wait, no, that's Michigan State's guy that was out. He came from Oregon State. I forgot.
Yeah. Oregon State has been running on no head coach since October. They fired Trent Bray earlier in the season.
Oh, they fired Trent Bray. That's what it is, right? Yeah. So this is a team that's just kind of just lost completely. So them being bad this year is not shocking at all. Michigan State notches a win against Maryland. Mike Loxley's job is probably on the line here in this offseason. But I don't know. Maybe Maryland has more faith in him than expected.
I don't know. I haven't read anything about it, but I definitely have more sources pulled up than obviously just this ESPN article. So I'm going to look into that while you kind of talk about some of these other teams.
Yeah, because Maryland and Michigan State are both 1-8 in conference. So that was Michigan State's first conference win. But yeah, both these teams finished at 1-8 in conference and 4-8. Michigan State has already fired Jonathan Smith. And Maryland, I would imagine, is probably looking to do the same. Virginia beats Virginia Tech. Virginia kind of they did their thing. Cool. They make the ACC title game and hope that they don't lose and hope that they don't cause complete fucking chaos.
Yeah. It seems like post-game interview just was very, very tense, I'll say.
So it's probably looking not great behind the doors for Mike Loxley.
Yeah, and it seems like from what I'm reading, he will continue to coach in 26.
Okay. But he's probably firmly on the hot seat.
Yeah, probably.
South Florida beats the ever-loving dog shit out of Rice. It's really unfortunate how their season panned out, but I think they, obviously Golesh is leaving, so it's really unfortunate, but I think they will find a good replacement regardless.
Oh, for sure.
NC State beats UNC to cap off what is bound to be known as a fucking disaster for Bill Belichick's first
season.
Oh
my gosh,
people are talking about him needing to be fired already 1 year in, because this year was a absolute train wreck tragedy.
Yeah,
for this entire team.
It was bad.
2-6 in conference and 4-8 overall. Just no redeeming qualities whatsoever for this season.
Yeah.
USC gets it done against UCLA. USC is going to find themselves in a good bowl game, and Lincoln Riley continues a very positive rebuild over there. So we will see how that pans out. UCLA is still kind of functioning in this weird limbo, so we'll see where they go from here. But right now, they still have a lot of work to do before they get to relevancy in the Big Ten again. Illinois beats Northwestern just barely. Obviously, Northwestern has their coach poached. So we'll see how Northwestern.
No. Pat Fitzgerald is not their current coach.
Oh no, former right.
He was a former coach of Northwestern.
I just remember mentioning Jim Braun.
Yeah, no. Braun is chill. Braun's chill.
Yeah. So Braun unfortunately ends off the season. I believe they are not going. Oh no, they are going bowling. Excuse me. They are at 6-6. So honestly, a pretty good season for them, all things considered. They finished 4-5 in conference, which I think is probably better than they expected. As for Illinois, I think this was a disappointing season, all things considered, how they started. 5-4 in conference and 8-4 overall, but they still get a good, decent bowl game, but probably not a great season for the Fighting Illini. Tulane beat Charlotte, obviously, to make the American title game, and now they are playing with their necks on the line for the CFP against North Texas. This is kind of just their moment. They can season and make the playoffs, or they can fumble down the bag and let North Texas waltz into the playoffs. We will see come this weekend. God, these are two games that I don't want to talk about. The Iron Bowl.
Man, oh my gosh.
God damn it.
Auburn got, it was ref ball, man. Auburn got ref balled. It was bad. That's all I have to say.
They got screwed so bad, and then just that fumble to seal it was just
horrific.
Hurt.
I think they have something with Daniels though, man. I think them hiring Golesh, having Daniels here, I think this is going to be an amazing transfer of coaching.
Because they also have that really good defense still from Hugh Freeze. So they just needed to get the offense fixed up because Hugh Freeze was too insistent on Jackson Arnold, and they didn't want to give Ashton Daniels a try. And that's what ultimately got him fired.
And we'll see. And we saw at USF with Bynum Brown, Golesh is a great coach, especially for these athletic quarterbacks. I am going to be really happy if Golesh can bring Auburn back to a bowl game.
As for Bama, they have been playing some really shitty football the past couple of weeks.
I think Georgia's going to get the better of them next week.
Georgia is most likely going to open them up and spread them wide.
That's crazy. Just
because their last 5 games have been very disappointing, to say the least. A 1-score win against South Carolina, barely a 2-score win against an atrocious LSU team. You lost to Oklahoma by 2. You beat the crap out of Eastern Illinois, who gives a shit, but also Ty Simpson threw 2 picks in that game. So what's up with that? And then you escape the Iron Bowl with your lives when you were, I believe, 2-score favorites. No, you were 1-score favorites, but they were putting a lot of stock in Auburn. And also, Auburn outgained Bama by a lot.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, man.
So Bama looked like the worst team, and they won.
Oh, absolutely. Because ref ball, man. What can I say?
Yeah, that's ref ball for you. But Georgia will blow their brakes off. I guarantee you that.
Absolutely, they will.
Finishing up here with the late slate. Cal SMU.
Cal
sets into motion some chaos. because SMU was slated to win this game or was slated to make the ACC chip if they had won this game, but Cal came out swinging. They finished 4-4 in conference and 7-5 on the year. So, and they got a lot to look forward to because this can only go up from this year.
Yep.
True freshman at quarterback, and a lot to look forward to. So, as for SMU, it's a really tough way to end the season, but I mean, you still finished 6-2 in the conference and 8-4. So it's another great year in the ACC. It's just couldn't lock it down for that last game to make the chip and maybe make the playoffs. And they lost it on a 52. It was a 52-yarder. They could have had it.
Insane.
They just didn't finish right. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. And now the ACC becomes the black hole of chaos. Much like how we thought it was going to be, actually, at the beginning of this year, ironically. UNLV takes care of business of Nevada in order to make the Mountain West title game. So they face Boise State in a rematch. Fresno State beats up on San Jose State. Cool, whatever. Notre Dame beats up on Stanford. And Hawaii beats up on Wyoming. I think that kind of just finishes things out.
Yeah. And that's our last week, man.
Before conference championship week, and then it's just and then our show will be getting a lot shorter.
There's only 9 conference championship games, so I think, how do you want to do picks, if at all?
Every conference, man.
All right.
It's only 9 games.
It's only 9 games. Every conference. We'll do every conference winner, and we'll do an NFL winner for 10 games.
Yep.
All right, let's go ahead and pick our NFL games so I can write them down in my notes.
Yep.
I'm not writing down the conference winners. I just have mine saved in my notes, so I'm assuming you'll have yours saved in your notes for your predictions.
I'll keep track of it. Yeah, I'll keep track of it on my end.
Same.
For my NFL game, I'm going to go with a little something that is kind of border playoff deal.
Go for it.
Texans-Chiefs.
Texans. All right, who are you picking?
Texans have been playing good ball recently, but there's just something about Arrowhead, man. It gives them a power up.
Yep.
Give me the Chiefs.
Fair.
They are inevitable.
For my NFL game, I am going to go across the league, and I am going to go Packers-Bears. Bears are now the 1 seed in the NFC. Packers are hosting in Lambeau. I talked about this game earlier, how it could be important for Chicago if they can get a win. That really is a tone setter for them. But there's something about Micah Parsons, man, and I'm going to go with the Packers.
He's just that special.
Imagine I picked the ass off Browns-Titans. All right.
So ass off of the season.
Now I'm going to get into the coaching carousel portion of this stream.
Yes, coaching carousel time.
So I can't pull it up because I don't have notes. I don't have actual notes. I just have a bunch of tabs. So I'm just going to be talking for a little bit. So
that's fine.
4 American coaches have now since left the conference. We have lost USF, Tulane, UNT, and Memphis. So the 4 top teams outside of Navy.
So I believe that's Golesh. That is in order. Golesh, Summerall, Morris, and I don't remember.
Silverfield is Memphis. Silverfield is Memphis.
Silverfield. Okay.
And those so those 4 guys, 3 of them, like we stated earlier, going to the SEC. John Summerall, former coach of Tulane, has a 42-11 record as 2 years with Troy and 2 years with Tulane. Green Waves were 10-2 this season. Now going to Florida, to Gainesville. Alex Golesh, 23-15, 3 seasons with USF. The Bulls' best record since 2017, this year at 9-3, is now hired by Auburn, as I just said.
Ryan, I believe their ranked appearance earlier this year was one of their first ever. Or it's been the first in a while, probably.
It doesn't say in this league, or in this article, but I believe that. Ryan Silverfield is kind of a long tenure within the American, 6 seasons at Memphis. He was promoted in 2019 after Mike Norvell left for Florida State. And
see how that's panning out.
And he coached Memphis in that Cotton Bowl that year. and then won 8 more games in 4 of his 6 full seasons. So he had 8 or more wins in 4 of his 6 seasons coaching, leading his record to 50-25. So doubled up his wins to his losses. That's pretty good. And he will be going to Arkansas. I don't really like this pick. I really think that Bobby was doing really good things still as the interim. I think he could have stayed. I think
they were playing some really close football with a lot of good teams.
I think Bobby should still be on. I still think Bobby should be within the org. And then lastly, Eric Morris, 21-15 at 3 seasons by the Mean Green, but they were the country's #1 offense with over 500 yards average per game, and the Mean Green have scored 50 points in 6 games this season. A team that sucks horrifically is Oklahoma State, who has since hired Eric Morris. I think this hire is going to be really bad. I don't think it's going to pan out very well just because of Oklahoma State's inability to recruit. Because he is not, unless everyone from UNT comes, but then again, you're talking about one of the weakest teams in the Big 12. This is going to be a hard ship for Eric Morris to sail.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I feel like a lot of these guys do have like pretty uphill battles, though, all things considered.
Yeah.
But definitely the Silverfield Morris is definitely going to be a lot harder time because Silverfield's where again?
Arkansas.
Real fast. Arkansas, yeah. Arkansas and Oklahoma State are going to have a really hard time.
A couple more. Like I said, Tim Beck for Coastal Carolina is out post James Madison game. I have not seen anything about Coastal Carolina's plan for a head coach. And then obviously I talked about Kentucky firing Mark Stoops this morning. Insane hire, by the way, that has not been announced yet because the two sides are working on a deal. Will Stein, Oregon offensive coordinator, is going to coach for Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Oregon's offensive coordinator / quarterback coach, Will Stein.
I thought I heard some talks about Mark Stein possibly going somewhere.
It's Will Stein.
Or Will Stein, excuse me.
It's Mark Stoops leaving. Will Stein
Mark
coming
Stoops.
in.
God damn it! I keep getting that on.
I think Mark Stoops should keep coaching. 82-80 with Kentucky.
Yeah.
You know, bottom SEC team. Hard to kind of compete with that.
Yeah.
What I will say is
you can still take that experience and do really well in the group.
Exactly. 5. I think Baylor should definitely make a run at him. That'd be,
or even one of the American teams.
I agree. I don't know if he would take it though.
Depends. Yes, these are real people with real names.
Another one that I just found out. Bob Chency, coach of James Madison, 20-4 after 2 seasons, was hired by UCLA today.
Okay, so that's 2 James Madison coaches in the Big Ten.
Yep.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Hired by
Copy my homework, but don't make it too obvious.
He is 131-51 over 16 years of head coaching across all levels of sports. He led Holy Cross prior to JMU to 4 of 6 FCS playoff appearances in school history, reaching those 4 in a row from 2019 to 2022.
Damn. All right, that's some pedigree.
Obviously, we stated Jim Mora has been hired by Colorado State to lead them to this new era of the Pac-12. And then for Cal, we did see that Justin Wilcox was fired earlier this week. Or I guess now it's last week.
Yeah, didn't really agree with that.
I didn't agree with that either, especially on a rebuilding year.
Which was a good rebuilding year, all things considered. Because now you have the freshman quarterback, which we still need to know how to pronounce his name.
I gotta learn, man. I gotta learn.
He's gonna be under a new head coach now.
Absolutely.
In his second year, which is just ridiculous.
Michigan State is hiring Pat Fitzgerald. That is confirmed. And he will be starting the Michigan State.
Where's he from again?
He was Pat Fitzgerald, one of the winningest coaches in Big Ten history. Pat Fitzgerald, let's look at his history.
Former Northwestern coach, right?
Yeah, he was a Northwestern coach a while ago. Pat Fitzgerald, over 17 seasons as the head coach of Northwestern University, Fitzgerald won 110 games with the Wildcats, leading them to 10 bowl games, 5 AP Top 25 finishes, and a pair of Big Ten football championships after winning the Big Ten West in 2018 and 2020.
Man, I remember. Yo, that 2020 OSU Northwestern Big Ten chip.
Crazy. But
that
man is now coaching the Spartans.
He's back.
Lane Kiffin, I'll get into Lane Kiffin in a minute.
That'll be our last one.
Per departure, kind of the crazy one. If you haven't seen Tavatia Pritchard, former quarterback coach for the Washington Commanders, is going back to his alma mater to coach at Stanford. Obviously,
so Frank Reich is out.
Yeah, we knew Frank Reich was out. Frank Reich was only for this year, and that was publicly known. And
I don't know if they were gonna go. I didn't know if they were gonna go back.
No, I think Andrew Luck's. I think Andrew Luck's a man of his word. Yeah. As the GM. Mark Carney, you mentioned it earlier that he has officially been hired as the full-time head coach after doing an amazing job. Amazing job.
Yeah. Immediately taking over and going 5-7. It was great.
Pete Golding is in now as the Ole Miss head coach, the standing defensive coordinator for the Rebels. It is thought that Lane Kiffin will also be bringing Ole Miss as offensive coordinator, hence why the offensive coordinator, the better side of Ole Miss football, is not the new head coach.
Yeah.
It says UCLA hasn't hired someone, but that's a lie. Penn State still looking for someone. As I mentioned earlier, they are looking at BYU's head coach. They are putting all their eggs into BYU's head coach.
Which I don't know.
UAB and all of these other American teams have not made moves.
Changes.
And the Will Stein thing has not been confirmed, but sources are circling that the sides are working on a deal. I think it's money. I think they're focusing on money.
Yeah.
But if I'm Kentucky, I want that now. I want to get that done now.
Mm-hmm. Before he gets poached.
Oh, absolutely.
The Trent Dilfer thing happened weeks ago, but yeah.
And then
the rest of the American schools just kind of haven't. They just recently did it, so they haven't really found anything in the interim.
LSU hiring Lane Kiffin, and it's been a mess. It's been a mess. It
has been dirty. It has been petty. It has been bitchy.
Lane Kiffin wanted to continue to coach out the rest of the season, taking this job. It's now coming out that Ole Miss denied his request, and on top of that, LSU was also going to have to pay $125,000 to Ole Miss to use his services, like to keep him after. I think that's what it was. And then apparently, if they made it to the championship, it was going to be $1 million. But also, Lane Kiffin said he wanted to continue coaching, but the money wasn't right, and Ole Miss didn't appreciate him. But then Ole Miss basically threw all his stuff out and was like, "You're being an asshole to us." Then the players for Ole Miss apparently saying that he didn't even have a meeting to talk about it. He just told people over social media, and that's how they figured it out. It was confirmed. So it's been messy. It's been gross. And you think about LSU.
And also he told his staff and coordinators and players hey, if you don't get on this plane that I'm taking to Baton Rouge, you're staying here and you're not going to be a part of this LSU team.
Yeah, he was basically forcing the hand of a lot of these young men and these coaches. And I'm sorry, dude. First of all, I would be surprised.
It's more drama for LSU.
I would be surprised if this wasn't LSU. They hired Brian Kelly, known asshole, a couple years ago. Before that, Coach O and LSU had a decent falling out. It's just...
The school just cannot avoid drama.
It sucks because
they're like that. They're like just that one fucking sorority girl.
Yeah, they just
spreads everything everywhere.
Yeah, they just can't get out of it, man. And honestly, you feel bad for some of these LSU players. First of all, also Whit Weeks is dating Lane Kiffin's daughter, so I think that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that is funny.
So Lane Kiffin has won 10 or more games in 3 straight seasons with the Rebels.
But also nothing to really show for it.
But LSU, I mean, he did that in an organization that had never done that before. The Rebels had never won 10 or more games in 3 straight seasons. They want a culture change. That's just what it is, man. And I don't know if it happens. I don't know how well this works out for everyone. It's going to shake up the SEC, though. This will definitely leave a stain.
And we got to see like how many of those recruits go with him as well.
Absolutely, so absolutely. How many LSU recruits maybe flip? If we see transfer portal guys who want to go to play for Lane Kiffin, but maybe not Ole Miss,
because the portal opens up on what, the 20th?
I'm not entirely sure.
Let's see. Transfer portal window. Here we go. The NCAA football transfer portal window for 2025-2026 school year is from January 2nd to January 16th.
Okay.
So right after New Year's Day, we will see a lot. We will see a lot go down.
Oh, absolutely.
So we'll see how many Ole Miss players end up transferring. We'll see how many LSU players end up transferring. We got to see commits, decommits, all that shit.
This is going to be a really gross transfer portal with all the coaching, because these are a lot of big name coaches and a lot of winning programs that are moving. This isn't a bunch of fires and hires of, like medial moves. These are promotions.
These are upward moves, not lateral moves.
Except the Lane Kiffin. I think you could think you could argue that's a lateral move.
But that's. Yeah, but that was kind of expected.
So, it's going to be interesting. All right. I think that's everything I have on that.
Okay.
All right. Is it notes time? I think it's notes time.
I think it's conference championship time.
All right. So,
making our picks.
I have the conference champions in my notes right here. I am staring at them.
Okay. I could certainly tell you mine, and we could you could just write it on the notes for both of us.
Okay. Yeah. Too. Yeah. Let's just do that.
Okay. So, do you have it in? Oh, you also have it in alphabetical order. God, I love you. You're so sexy for that. You are so sexy.
So,
for that.
as we have mentioned, we've talked about all of the conference games. The American is UNT and Tulane. The ACC, Virginia and Duke. Big Ten is Indiana versus Ohio State, the number 2 and number
8 p.m.
1.
on Saturday.
True. Crazy how College Game Day is not going to the number 1 and number 2, but is going to Bama, Georgia again.
Fucking, it's Pat McAfee.
Fuck Pat McAfee.
Doing all that shit.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a bitch.
Big 12, Texas Tech, BYU, neutral site, CUSA, Jacksonville State, and Kennesaw State. Oh, it cut off the state. Let's hang on.
It's Kennesaw. You get it.
Well, yeah.
You get it.
I know, but I want my thing to fit in the fucking thing.
You get it, all right?
Okay.
Or I'm trying to do like the Shrek, whatever. You know what
I mean? Okay. There. Can I stretch it out? There we go. That's a little bit better. The MAC is Western Michigan versus Miami of Ohio. The Mountain West is Boise State versus UNLV. And then the Sun Belt, JMU versus Troy, and SEC, Alabama, Georgia. And you already see one of my winners because I cropped it incorrectly, but don't worry about all that.
Oh, no. Oh, I do see him now. Okay. Well, I'll give you mine just in order. We'll just go down the way.
Yeah, go.
My American Conference champion is going to be the Mean Green.
Yep,
I'm rolling with them Mean Green.
I figured.
I think Eric Morris closes out this season right.
Yep, I'm going to be the first one. You're going to be the second one.
Yep. I also picked UVA for the ACC title game. As much as I want Duke to win for pure fucking chaos reasons,
it's not going to happen.
Not happening.
It's Virginia whooped their ass last time.
The last time they played, this was not a close game in the slightest.
No, Virginia whooped their ass.
For the Big Ten this Saturday, I've contemplated it a lot. Just kidding, I haven't contemplated it at all. Give me the Buckeyes.
Ohio State,
back to back. The Buckeyes, baby, because fuck them, that's why.
Next one.
Big 12, a rematch between Texas Tech and BYU. We all saw what happened last time. I think it happens again. Give me T-Tech.
I also took T-Tech. All right.
Jacksonville State versus Kennesaw State. Last time we saw this matchup, Kennesaw State and this was a very close game, albeit Kennesaw State had some turnover troubles.
Yep.
I think they cleaned that up this time, and I think Kennesaw takes it.
I also took Kennesaw State.
To claim their first CUSA title in school history.
I want you to know I initially put down Jacksonville State, but I changed it midway through the stream.
Nice. See, you just caught the vibe.
Yeah. I also read an incorrect rumor that Kennesaw State's coach was leaving the program and not coaching this game. I read that. That was fake. So.
Interessante. Sorry, I'm just checking something real fast.
Are you also checking that?
I'm checking the MAC stuff.
Fair.
I just want to check something so I have my information right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Western Michigan versus Miami, Ohio. Another regular season matchup. Albeit this is now on, I believe, neutral site instead of in what fucking town is Miami, Ohio in? I can't remember.
Oxford.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. I don't know.
It's a neutral. I would imagine it's a neutral site game. I feel like that's how it always is.
Here, let me look it up. MAC championship location. Ford Field. Wow, it is in Michigan.
Yeah, so there we. Oh, that's kind of like almost a home game.
Dude, that's in Detroit.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't really sway my opinion at all because I'm rocking with Western Michigan.
I also took Western Michigan.
Miami, Ohio's had too many quarterback problems lately. Albeit, I think they had good quarterback play last weekend, but I just don't have a lot of faith in it.
Yeah, I also took Western Michigan. I just have more faith in the stability of the team.
Mm-hmm. They've just played better, like just through the entire conference.
Oh, absolutely.
For Boise State, UNLV, once again, a regular season matchup that we've already seen. And UNLV beat the fucking brakes off of Boise State. And Boise State is going to be tired from that Utah State game. Give me UNLV.
I also took UNLV.
Jesus Christ, are we just like, do we have like a...
We look at the same stats, man. We're both stats people.
Yeah, you're right. James Madison, Troy. I mean, James Madison is just too fucking good, man.
Yeah, I was like, come on,
Give me the Dukes. Give me the Dukes.
The Dukes.
The Dukes.
Let's go Dukes. Okay.
And I already saw that one. Yeah, give me Georgia. We've talked about this already. Georgia's going to beat Bama's fucking brakes off.
Georgia.
Just.
Okay, yeah. If you had to pick any of your picks and say, I could see the other team realistically winning, which one would you pick? Because I know mine.
One that I could go 50-50 on. Jacksonville State.
I was also going to say Jacksonville State.
Dude, what the fuck? What the fuck, man?
Okay. You pick Jacksonville State. I will pick UNT.
Okay, that's fair.
Those are two I think we can go 50-50 on. All right, now.
Okay, I could go 50-50 on Tulane realistically, but like we have our one bit of parity here. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah, I agree. All right, ready?
Okay, it's bracket time.
It's bracket time. So
bracket time.
We talked about winners. For first four buys, they have changed.
All right. Sorry, I had to get mine zoomed out. All right, let me see yours.
All right. Number one is still Ohio State. They went into Michigan. Ryan Day finally beats Michigan in Ann Arbor. It's more of a reason for the Buckeyes to be number one. It's hard to not keep Indiana at number two. These guys are so good at what they do. They are such a good, fantastic team. I respect them through and through. Mendoza is great. Kurt Cignetti is an amazing coach.
He is a Heisman favorite for a reason.
Yeah. Number three, Georgia. They are stunning, man. They took that close game heart. That defense is killer. Gunnar Stockton. I said Stetson Bennett. Fuck me.
The mailman. Yeah. No way you just brought up the mailman in the Big 25.
It's Gunnar Stockton, right? I'm not going crazy. Yeah. Gunnar Stockton has had a couple iffy games, but that Georgia defense is suffocating, and it always will be, I think, until I die.
Yeah.
So, given how they handled business in their rivalry game, how they played everyone else recently, going with Georgia. And now this is a big flip from my previous brackets.
Yeah, let's
see. I can't deny it any longer.
Good man.
I have been holding T-Tech to a lower standard, or to a higher standard, because of how they played in the early parts of the Big 12. I can't deny it any longer. So many of these other teams I've seen flaws in. I cannot find a flaw with Texas Tech over the last month. This team is so complete, it's not even funny. Texas Tech is my 4.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about.
Now my 5 is Ole Miss, and JMU, I believe, will be the 12.
Interessante. Okay.
Ole Miss, even without Lane Kiffin, is still Ole Miss. Trinidad Chambliss is still one of the Heisman favorites, in my opinion. Lacey is a 20-touchdown running back, man. He is a demon. It's hard not to have him and this team up this wall. I have defensive concerns, but I feel like I have that with every team so far.
Yeah.
Next matchup. My number 6 is Texas A&M. They fall 3 spots after the loss to Texas.
Interesting.
And I think Virginia will still win. This means I do not think the American will be in the playoffs. I still am riding with the Dukes. Texas A&M, Marcellus Reed, man, he failed really, really bad.
You put A&M here.
I think given A&M and how they played their rivalry game, that's a really bad loss. Yes, I do know that Texas normally has their number, but I can't excuse the super poor quarterback play. Even in the Ole Miss loss, Trinidad Chambliss still played really well, and that was my deciding factor. Yeah. That's just honestly what it came down to is, okay, what team will I rely on to go score some points? And it's going to be Ole Miss in that situation. My 7 and my 10. Notre Dame jumps up to 7.
Wow.
Notre Dame.
Okay.
You got to respect it at this point, man.
No, absolutely.
You have to.
I'm more so wowing at something else.
We have the same matchups, don't we?
No, we do not. I guarantee you we do not.
Okay. You're scaring
you lost me. You lost me immediately.
You're scaring me, champ.
For good reason.
Okay. You're scaring me, champ. Anyway, Notre Dame is CJ Carr, yes, has had some problems throwing the football. That's been the story all season. But what every team doesn't have is a Jeremiah Love. And after his play in Pitt, after they played Stanford, and they didn't have to try against Stanford, man. They just did the damn thing. It was hard for me to not put Notre Dame any higher, but I can't put a 2-loss Notre Dame team over a 1-loss A&M team, specifically given the head-to-head. That is where it comes down. The head-to-head matters. It always does. In my opinion, the head-to-head always matters.
No, I know.
And finally, the last matchup, the 8 and 9, is Oregon-Oklahoma. The way Oregon played against Washington, I know it's rivalry week. That scares me. I don't like how close they kept it. I've talked about Oregon keeping it close these last couple weeks. They've kind of shifted around that 5 to 7 tier. And with how Notre Dame is playing more confidently, how A&M, I don't think their 1 loss justifies Oregon jumping them. I look, maybe Oregon's a little low, but it's my opinion. I truly think that Oregon will find a kink within the playoffs. I think someone will figure them out. Indiana was able to figure them out. This team is not unbeatable, and this team is not a juggernaut offensively like they were. And losing Will Stein, if he is not the offensive coordinator for these playoffs, I think that affects them.
Yeah. I would imagine he stays through the run at least, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see.
And then, okay. Oklahoma's my number 9. Mateer fucking scared me with that game at LSU, but they won. Mm-hmm. And I don't punish winners.
That is fair.
Technically, Oregon did get punished for winning, but
that's just because the teams won better.
But Notre Dame has been winning better, and A&M lost, so everything got fucked around. First 4 out in no order. Texas. They beat A&M. It's hard not to put them there, you know?
Yeah.
BYU, second best Big 12 team, only 1 loss on the season. Vandy and Utah. This Vandy team absolutely deserves to be in the playoffs. If there were not the 5 automatic bids, this Vandy team would be in the playoffs. And I feel the same way about Utah. This Utah team has shown so much resilience, and it is so unfortunate because of how good BYU has been doing on a freshman quarterback. They will not touch the playoffs. But pre-conference championship, this is how it is.
Okay.
All right.
Interessante.
Let me see yours, brother man.
Yep. Let me just pull this up
here. Here, I'll say we're gonna move some things around. Y'all can see Ho-Oh for a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, nope. That's
not and we are shared.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this full screened so we can look at it all. Perfect. Oops. All right, we got it.
Okay. My Week 15's rankings.
Whoa!
Huh? What? Oh.
The first 4
That's
out.
just last week.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say what?
That's No, this is last week. All right. My buys are the exact same. OSU, Indiana, Georgia, Texas Tech. All teams have played fantastic football, and these are 4 teams that I believe can all have a good shot at the Natty. And these are the 4 most complete teams in the entire FBS. There is no going around that.
Yes.
Now, this is where things will start to get rocky immediately. And my number 5, I have Oregon.
Wow.
This team has played resilient, tough football the past couple of weeks. Yes, they have played close, but good teams find a way to win in very adverse conditions.
All right.
Mind you, I just want to bring up Oregon over the past couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the brakes off of Minnesota on a Friday. They played a very good USC team.
They did.
And they played a Washington team that was out for blood with amazing skill position players at home. That is a scary place to play. We heard it first and foremost from the man, the myth, the legend, Julian Sayin himself. It is a hard environment to play, and it is rivalry weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon had everything stacked against them, and it was close for a bit. I'll admit, it really was. It got uncomfortably close even for a little bit.
Yeah.
But they pulled away and they found a way to win. And they shut down the key parts of Washington's offense that have made them so scary all year.
Absolutely.
And finally, I have converted to the truth and
the gospel.
My group of 5 representative is now James Madison University. They beat the brakes off the Chanticleers, man. And it was not fucking close. And I told you last week, word for word, you can quote me on that one.
Mm-hmm.
If JMU makes a statement win, they're in for me.
Mm.
And they made that statement win, so they are in. So, my number 6 is Ole Miss.
Okay.
Obviously, with everything going on, there's a lot to contemplate, but until I see them play a game, I don't know how it's going to go. And Virginia is my ACC rep. I do not think they are going to lose to Duke. However, it would be funny if they lost to Duke.
Yes.
It would be very funny. But I have a feeling it will not happen. So Virginia is my ACC rep. There's really just no going around that one. My 7 and 10.
Okay.
Notre Dame and BYU. I am respecting the fuck out of BYU.
And you should.
And as one should. Because, don't get me wrong, they got a little bit of an early scare against UCF.
Yes,
I understand that. But they did not become discouraged by that. Instead, they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on their necks and said, fuck you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You're our bitches. Or I guess they're your soakers. I don't know how they Notre Dame's playing some fantastic fucking football at the right time. Jeremiah Love is him. CJ Carr obviously has some issues, like you said, but I mean, if a play blows up, you still have the best running back in the entire nation. So who gives a shit?
True.
And Marcus Freeman is cooking down there.
Yes, he is.
So he's got it like that. And the 8-9 was a live change. A nice little pick swap. Oklahoma. I just realized I spelled that wrong. Oklahoma. Texas A&M. I am punishing them really hard for this loss.
Wow, that's insane.
I almost had them. I had them at the 9 for a second, but I'm like, okay, that might be a little bit too harsh. But
dude,
I could be harsher on them.
At 8.
8. That loss was embarrassing.
That's crazy.
It was embarrassing. Marcel Reed pissed the game away in a split second.
He did.
And he is liable to do that again, especially against a very opportunistic Oklahoma defense that it loves to swarm the quarterback, make him sweat, and force the turnovers. So if this matchup happens, it will be very, very interesting.
Oh, absolutely.
But the question is, where do they put BYU? Where do they put Notre Dame? Where do they end up throwing Texas A&M after the loss? Where does Oklahoma go after a close win? I had to punish Oklahoma a little bit somehow after thinking through it. So it makes enough sense. But yeah, that's where we kind of differ a little bit, is our treatment of Texas A&M after that loss, and also our opinions of Oregon.
Look, man, look. Like 11-0, lose your rivalry game. Like you said, rivalries can go either way. I didn't see that enough. I had A&M at my 3. It's hard for me to justify 5 spots of movement because of a rivalry game.
Yeah, I get it. I really do. But, hey, it's a week-to-week thing for a reason. All right. And now my first 4 out, which, again, the key piece that's been missing for the past couple of weeks, and they are still missing. Bama.
Yep.
They are not a playoff caliber team, in my opinion.
I agree with you.
They got saved by the refs, and
they did.
Auburn absolutely should have beat them. Should have. Could have and would have. If the Zebras didn't get in the way. Miami is my second best ACC team. It's kind of a cry and shame that they're not in the chip, but also they should have won their conference games.
Mm-hmm.
Simple as that. But they are playing good football at the right time. It's just I don't trust Carson Beck enough to consider them a playoff team. I just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Vandy is one team where I am on the fence about them enough to keep them out. Mm-hmm. But I wish that Bama game had gone even just a smidgen better.
Everyone wants dude.
If they had lost by 3 instead of 16, Vandy would be here.
Yeah.
After that win against Tennessee.
Absolutely.
But unfortunately, they have to be out at this point. It sucks.
Yeah.
And it is a pain. It is a crying shame that this good of a team is out of the playoffs.
Yep.
But that is just the state of college football right now.
I agree.
And Texas displaces Utah in my first 4.
Fair.
It was a great game. It was a really great game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's those 3 losses, man.
Yeah.
They are too inconsistent. They have lost these stupid games.
Yep.
They lost that Florida game. They lost that Georgia game by a fuck ton. You just can't let them in. You just can't let them in good faith. And frankly, the committee would be made of literal insane people.
Oh yeah.
To even consider it.
I agree.
If I see them inside the top 13, I'll be shocked.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, I guess that would put them at, what's that, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, I guess I could see it, but if they're sniffing if they're sniffing these 2 spots here,
no.
That is insanity.
No.
Literal insanity. But obviously an honorable mention for me would be Utah.
My honorable mention would be Miami. So, I get it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is my situation at least. Okay, so we've gone over chips. We've gone over our brackets.
I think that's everything, dude.
I think that's everything. Just to sign it off, obviously for the NFL, as the Monday night game wraps up, the Patriots are moving down the field with 7 minutes to go. They are up 30-15.
Oh, the Giants made it kind of close.
A little bit, but yeah. I kind of wish Jackson Dart had performed better so I could have beaten Chuck, but oh well.
Unfortunate, man.
Chuck just had a good week.
Jesus, TreVeyon Henderson is just hammering this ball now.
Of course. And of course, Chuck has Rashee Rice, Nico Collins, and Bijan on his team this week.
Ooh.
It just fucking sucks. The thing is that if Michael Wilson and Brian Thomas Jr. had locked in even just like a little bit more, would have had it. I would have fucking had it.
Yeah, unfortunate.
One touchdown apiece for each would have just put this away. But
yeah.
Oh well. But anyways, sucks to suck, and that is my motto for this year. But anyways.
Yep.
Happy Victory Monday, everybody.
Yep.
Fuck the Wolverines. There's some pussy ass bitches. Go Bucks. We're going back to back. Hoosiers. You're next.
Wear your seatbelts.
Count the fucking days. We belong in Lucas Oil. That's our fucking turf.
All right.
Okay, bye.